What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. My name is David. I'll be one of your hosts today. We're coming at you from our studio here in Las Vegas, Nevada. There is so much to talk about, such big news. We have a very special guest joining us in T-minus 3 minutes. Miss Teen Crypto will be joining us for this very special live stream. Obviously, big news of the day. FTX reached out to CZ. The plot twist we didn't know we needed. CZ and Binance will be buying FTX. What does that mean? How is that affecting prices? Also, Miss Teen Crypto might have some insight on CZ the man, as she did do a sit-down interview with him. So we're going to get her take on that as well. But before we can bring on our guest or get into the content, I have to introduce you to your other co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola, it's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information and package it up in a fun and sexy way with also all kinds of new breaking news and spontaneous live streams when things hit the fan. I am blown away, man. What a day today. Extreme volatility in the markets. We've seen Bitcoin grazing the 18K mark and then grazing the 21K mark, and now it's 19K. So who the hell knows where Bitcoin's going to go? Tons of volatility. We're trying to follow along for the ride. The stock markets are pumping. We got, as we mentioned, CZ has bought FTX, or has at least said that he will.
Letter of intent, right?
Letter of intent. And Sam Bankman-Fried is on Twitter saying that is true. All systems go. Man, what a day, man! I'm telling you, I was speeding on my way to the studio today. I was like, we gotta launch this stream. So for those of you who are new, make sure you say hello in the chat. We'll drop a hola at you. We do got Adam Wormley and Nate Williams new up in here as well. Jesse M. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And then also, guys, let's get more people in here. Let's hit that like button. We got a new hodler as well. That is Adam Worley. Mr. Anderson NZ is the new hodler here.
Mr. Anderson, thank you for your support, my friend.
Yeah, that's how we pay the rent around here. We ain't got no sponsored content, so
not yet.
The lease ain't free. Yeah,
we might not have sponsored content, but we might have some partnerships in the pipeline.
Yeah, here. We're open to like exchanges and certain things. We're not about that pump and dump project kind of atmosphere. Without further ado, listen. You want to just get this thing going?
Hell yeah!
All right. So go ahead.
No, you're not good with intros.
No, I'm terrible.
You're not even good with names. So we have a very special guest joining us today. So you might have seen her around the blockchain. She does have her own YouTube channel. She sat down with politicians. She sat down with CZ. She is young, hungry. She's an absolute beast in our space, and we're excited to have her on today. So let's go and bring her on. Miss Teen Crypto. Hello.
Hi. Thank you for having me, guys.
Of course.
I'm chilling. How are you?
I'm good. What a day to have you on here, huh? What a day. This is going to be so dope. So first and foremost, we know you're busy. Thank you so much for spending the time with us today. Real quick, for those that are not familiar with you or what you do you mind maybe spending a few minutes talking about, maybe your journey into crypto, what people can expect when they come to your channel?
Awesome. Thank you for having me on again. It's really great to be here hanging out with you guys in the Sin City Crypto fam. If you guys don't know me, hi, my name is Randy, also known as Miss Teen Crypto on social media. I've been kind of a crypto evangelist for the past 3 years. I've been doing this since I was 17. I'm almost 20 now. So it's been a really long journey in crypto. Basically, I got hooked in crypto around 2019, and I really thought it was going to change the way we transact forever. Just getting a QR code, copy and pasting someone's address, being able to transact permissionlessly at any age. It was very important to me. Nonetheless, I started my crypto account, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and I really wanted to spread the word about crypto. So I started doing on the street interviews. I've been doing that since November 2020, just hitting the streets of New York, asking strangers if they know about Bitcoin. I also do educational videos. I have my podcast, The Miss Teen Crypto Show, where I have people like CZ Binance, politicians, people from CNBC, Fox Business, just to talk about their lives and how they got to where they are now and their input on the markets.
Amazing.
Question. So what's your avenue of crypto or sector are you most excited about? Is it NFTs? Is it kind of the layer one smart contracts? Is it Bitcoin? Or are you like the Bitcoin maxi? I mean, no, you're not, but
She's definitely not the Bitcoin maxi.
What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about everything, to be honest. And it's kind of crazy when people say that Bitcoin's a boomer coin because we're so early. And people may think I'm crazy for saying that, but being on crypto Twitter, you don't realize you're in this kind of echo chamber of people that know about crypto. They're very up to date and up to speed of to what's going on, really. When I go out on the streets, I'm kind of like getting that humbling feeling of that we're still early. Not a lot of people even know what Bitcoin is yet. So I'm very excited about everything in this space. We're extremely early. I'm very interested in NFTs. I've been minting NFTs since November 2020 as well. So I've been minting them before. Like NFTs were considered like cool kid things. And it was just like for, the basic nerds out there. But definitely love NFTs. I love gaming. There's just so many things that are going to change the way we do everything, whether that's, concert tickets, coupons at the store. Blockchain could kind of take over a lot of aspects in our lives that people don't even realize is possible yet.
Amen to that. So you were minting NFTs when we were paying $2,000 ETH fees for gas, or what?
Basically, I started minting. I was minting a few pieces on ETH, but I was also minting mainly on Wax blockchain because there were no gas fees and it was instant transfers, which I thought was more suitable for myself, being that I was 17 coming into this space. I didn't have a lot of capital. I'm just hanging out here, right? So I just needed something that was going to give me creator tools and also give Gen Z an opportunity to trade NFTs. Granted that I do have a lot of friends that like to trade ETH NFTs, and I do as well. I am a holder of ETH NFT. So I'm just out here for Gen Z and trying to educate people, which is why I started my collection. The main reason why I did that is because Bitcoin crypto, it shows you that you could be your own bank, but NFTs kind of show you that you could be your own store and your own gallery.
Amen. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer Randy? Do you prefer Ms. Teen Crypto?
Whatever warms your heart. You could call me Randy.
Randy. Okay.
MTC,
So Randy, first and
whatever.
foremost, are those spaceships in your background there? It looks like a Star Wars scene. I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, this is my metaverse apartment. It's just a cool background I had made, and it's a little ship flying behind me. We're all in the metaverse. I might as well just be hanging here,
I love it. So listen, this isn't my narrative, right? But I'm sure a lot of people look at a 17-year-old, right? Not only are you 17, but you're a female in our space, which we can all agree there's not enough females. What kind of kept you going? Because I'm sure you had doubters. You're too young. No one's going to believe or no one's going to trust your opinion. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. What kept you going? What keeps you going?
Thank you for asking that. I mean, when I was 17 coming into the space, I was a junior in high school. I just came in because I wanted to be a part of the community, essentially. When I first came in, I really did get a lot of hate. And it was from people you really wouldn't expect it to come from. But I just kept going, right? And a lot of people did have my back at the time. And I just knew who I was. And I knew that I was just trying to do the right thing and educate Gen Z about crypto and NFTs. That's all I've been doing, is just straight up education the entire time I've been here. And, in high school, going back to that, I did go through a little bit of a cyberbullying thing. So when I came on crypto Twitter, it was I was already prepared for that. I already knew what it felt like. So I was just like, whatever, I'm going to keep going, keep doing what I'm doing. There are people that believe in me, and I'm just going to stay with that and stay with that good vibe. And eventually, a lot of those people that doubted me, they did come back to me. They apologized. We're all friends now, and we're all good. Just the persistence is key. Persistence is key. Just don't give up. I never gave up, and I never will.
When I was 17, I was trading Pokemon cards, and I was a nerd late in life. Yes, that's correct. But I was trading Pokemon cards at 17. You're over here trading Bitcoin and crypto, so you ahead of the game, girl.
I love it. That's amazing.
Let's get into some charts real quick.
Whoa.
Or not charts, but I want to just take a look at the market. There's a lot of movement. A lot of movement in Bitcoin, also in some of these projects that are affiliated with FTX and Binance. So taking a look here, we got Bitcoin coming in at $19,472. Look at the extreme volatility here on Bitcoin. We went from 28. Then we had the tweets between CZ and Sam Bankman-Fried. Obviously, we saw the price shoot up to 20,400, all the way back down to 19.5. So some indecision in the markets. And then taking a look, you have Ethereum under $1,500. So kind of shaky there. This is down 7.6% on the 24 hours. Binance is up 4.3%, over $350 now at the moment. And then we got XRP down 8%, Dogecoin down 12%, and then we got Solana down a full 20% on the day and week. And we've had a lot of exposure to Solana through Alameda Research. What does this end up looking like with the acquisition of FTX through Binance? That is to be seen. We're going to discuss our thoughts on what this market will look like in the future. Also, you have the FTT token all the way down at number 31. Number 30 at $12. This is absolutely tanking, man. Oh my Lord. All right, so let's take a look here. We got this was at $22 yesterday. $22 yesterday. It's at $12.50. This is crazy to me. This is absolutely insane. Obviously, FTX was trying to support this $22 range. There were a host of wallet addresses that were on chain that were associated with Alameda Research. It was obvious that they were trying to buy their own token to prevent a collapse. We were under the expectation that they have exposure to margin calls through collateral on the FTT price. That's all speculation, but a lot of on-chain data supports that. Then when we saw the collapse in the price, there's only so much money you can pump into a project before you run out of cash, and so we see that extreme volatility. It's down to $12. Like Alameda Research, remember that. Let's just keep this in perspective. Alameda Research is not the same company as FTX. So is Alameda Research going to go under? Or are their assets going to go under? Is CZ and Binance, are they going to buy Alameda Research as well? Or are they only going to buy the exchange?
Not buy Alameda Research.
Yeah, they're not going to buy Alameda Research. They're underwater. They 80%. It was 80% of the FTT.
They're going to buy Alameda Research and get a bunch of FTT tokens.
Yeah. Also, taking a look here, the biggest, some other big winners. Trust Wallet, which has a big association with Binance. A lot of people interact with the smart chain through the Trust Wallet. That is also Pancake Swap. Anything that touches Binance right now is green. I'm amped right now, bro.
This is like a game. Who's winning?
Jesus Christ.
Who's winning?
I'm telling you. And then we got in the red. Anything that FTX touches is in the red, which is FTX token, Solana, Hobie, which I'm sure there's some kind of narrative here behind Hobie, and also Algorand down 15%.
Did we do our daily drug test today when we got into to the studio, Rocco? I don't believe so.
When we get to 300 people today, we're going to open the damn club up. If you don't know what that means, we like to celebrate new milestones. 300 viewers, I think it's realistic. We crossed that thing yesterday, and we do what Vegas does best, and that's a cryptocurrency TV show.
Okay.
And also nightclubs.
Okay. So, Randy, you know what's going on, okay? So this whole FTX, they're in water, the FTT token, CZ throws shade at, this whole back and forth between CZ and SBF going all the way back to July. There was rumors yesterday that some of the corporate accounts at FTX are being limited to $25,000 withdrawals. And then today, bam, the hammer drops. SBF reaches out. CZ, we need your help. CZ comes in and says, all right, we'll sign an LOI. What are your thoughts, your overall thoughts on how everything so far has played out? We'll start there.
Honestly, I am not surprised. I've been following Ben and BitBoy and what he's been doing for the past few months. He was even on my show a few months ago, talking about his bill and what he was doing. When he finally brought to light kind of what SBF was up to, kind of creating his own bill on his side, it really opened up this can of worms. And I really do believe that kind of Ben calling him out started this whole fire and really drew a lot of eyes to FTX and what was going on over there with Sam. What I do know, though, is that CZ has been making moves all over the place, right? He invested $500 million in Twitter. Elon Musk took the money from CZ but declined from FTX, which says something by itself. Now, even yesterday when, 2 days ago, I'm sorry, I'm going to quote CZ's tweet. He said, every time a project publicly fails, it hurts every user and every platform. This was within his thread talking about FTX and their equity and kind of how he's going to dump his FTX, right? He knew that this could be a big problem. He didn't want FTX to fail. That wasn't his intent. He wasn't trying to hurt FTX, which he said in this tweet as well. But he does know that they need help. SBF now knows that he needs help and kind of just gave it all to CZ. And I'm not surprised that this happened. I did feel that Binance was going to come out on top in some way, shape, or form. I was talking about this on Around the Metaverse with Crypto Stash and everyone last night.
So you have a very unique perspective because you did sit down with CZ. So you spent some time with him. And I'm not saying you stared into his soul and know exactly what kind of person he is, but based off of what you know. So my thing was, right, and Robin calls me conspiracy theorist. My thinking is, right, like I said, this goes all the way back to July, right? CZ says, what the hell are you doing with this Voyager thing, Sam Bankman-Fried? Then SBF comes out a month later and says, well, I wish people could help me bail these companies out. And then CZ tweets yesterday, we will not support people that stab other industry players in the back. So to me, that sounds like a man scorned, right? And men have issues with their pride, with their ego. And so my thing was, did CZ say, okay, fine, you want to push your narrative. You don't even want to get my input. You don't even want to get me involved. I'm the one who has the largest exchange. I'm part of the reason why crypto has gotten so massively adopted. And so he took a slight. And so my thinking is, was he the one that possibly got his hands on these earnings reports that started this whole debacle and send it over to CoinDesk, knowing that he was going to dump the FTT token and kind of letting the rest play out? Is that something you can possibly see him doing, or is that just completely like, no way?
I'm not even sure. That's a long process of stuff. But you know what I do know? I think that CZ Binance is an amazingly smart person. I mean, what you have to remember is that he is a person, right? A lot of people do think that he's like someone above. Like, he came from nothing and he built to something, and he's one of us. That's the most important thing. So what he's trying to do with FTX, he kind of is on the side of the people. He's on the side of crypto. He saw that maybe Sam wasn't doing that. And I think he's a genius in some sort of way, CZ. I think he plays chess. He has a long-term plan in his head, and I think he did have some intent with kind of getting rid of his FTT. Maybe he did put Sam in this position, but it worked out in his favor, and I think it might be the best thing for crypto at this point. If what Ben/BitBoy was saying about SBF is true, and that he's not for decentralization, he's not for peer-to-peer payments, and CZ is, then this is good for crypto.
Amen to that.
You know, I am a known contrarian to this guy's crazy.
I just think outside the box, man. And yeah, most of the time I'm wrong. But hey, when I do hit that one, okay, you just need one really good hole in one, and then you're good.
You know,
listen, a
there
lot of
are some
conspiracies
truths
turn out
there.
not to be conspiracies.
There are some truths to what you're saying. You know, did CZ see an opportunity? Did Binance see an opportunity to take advantage of a wounded competitor? Absolutely. And did they help put them there in that position? Yes, the obvious answer is yes, because the token that backs the exchange, the FTT token, was about to, was publicly announced that it was going to be liquidated, or at least the holdings from Binance through the original investment round. And so you had $2 billion worth of sell pressure that CZ went out on Twitter, was like, yep, I'm about to dump this on your market. And we see the numbers from your balance sheet for Alameda Research. They understood the implications of it, and it doesn't take a genius to realize what would happen if your investment company or the company that you leverage and is probably intertwined with your exchange, what would happen if you were to dump $2 billion worth of said token when the balance sheet for Alameda Research was comprised mostly of that said token. And so he knew what was going on. Now, whether or not I think he's been nothing but transparent. Throughout CZ and Twitter and his public statements have been nothing but transparent.
Yes, stop there. Stop on transparent, okay? He could have just not even tweeted anything, right? We're dumping $200 million worth. It wouldn't have, or $500 million. It wouldn't have caused panic. So Is it really him being transparent?
Oh no. He did that for a reason. He could have sold it. He could have sold it just quietly and slowly.
I mean, it's genius. It's genius.
Yeah.
You show yourself as someone, and I'm not saying CZ is a bad person. I'm not saying he's like Alex Mashinsky. I'm not saying that, okay?
He's still a CEO.
Exactly.
He's still a founder of a major company. He still has employees, and he's trying to turn a profit. And you know what? He does have what I believe is best intentions for the crypto space. And he sees an opponent, a competitor that he publicly went out. He said on Twitter, he's like, "Yo, you're trying to go and lobby behind our backs and be deceitful." Exactly. And you know, as Miss Team Crypto was saying, he was basically called out by BitBoy. A lot of, I'm a big BitBoy supporter, but that dude got conspiracy theories too. And so sometimes I take those with a grain of salt. And hey, dude was right, bro. Because if CZ says he's trying to lobby against crypto, I mean, what other person needs to co-sign on that idea, right? And so, man, I'm just flabbergasted.
Randy, what are your thoughts, Randy? I mean, what was the right move to come out in the guise of transparency, or would it have been better for the market in its entirety if he would have just done it slowly without saying anything and sounding the alarm bells?
I do think he was right to kind of say something about it. I think him being transparent was good for the space, and being that he is a big player, and if he sees a problem, he should have the voice to say so. I mean, this is what crypto is all about, is just stating your opinions and letting it play out, especially because we all know the crypto Twitter detectives. Once people saw that withdrawals could possibly be halted on FTX this morning, people were flipping out. People were looking at on-chain. People look for things. I think CZ would have been found out anyway that he was liquidating his books of FTT. I think it was right for him to come out and kind of spark this idea that maybe there is a problem with FTX. Clearly there was, because they were coming out saying, "Oh, nothing is fine. Everything's fine with FTX. There's no liquidity issues." When all of a sudden this morning, when this deal was struck between CZ and SBF, all of a sudden there were liquidity issues that Binance is saving. So maybe this needed to be pointed out in the end. I think it was a good thing.
Yeah. And like you said, I think you hit the nail on the head. If this means that SBF's voice is going to get drowned in this whole regulatory thing we're trying to work with and getting crypto mass adopted, we know what he's trying to do. Ben Armstrong has put him on blast, right? And so if this means that he's kind of out of that running and we have someone like CZ step in, I would all day long take CZ over Sam Bankman-Fried. And real quick, shout out to Marky Mark, $20 super chat, said, "Welcome, Miss Teen Crypto. Awesome show today. Welcome to Sin City Crypto."
Also, if you're new here, make sure you say... if you're new here, make sure you say hello so we can drop a hola back at you. Some of the new people, we got David Johnson, Adrian Mendez, Sam M, Matthew Barnes, Pokemon. He must have heard me talking about trades.
He's been here before.
Justin Eubanks, Suvese Roy, Priggy, The Kitchen Man, Kashi Kratz, Kropati, Eddie Stas, and Alessandra. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Okay, guys, I want to share something with all of us here, all three of us, okay? So this is a tweet from Will Clemente, another young superstar in our space. I believe he's 19 or 20 years old. I love seeing this man as I have 3 little kids, and seeing people at age 17, 18, 19 becoming big figures in our space, it makes me really happy, especially if you have kids for myself. But anyways, Will Clemente tweeted this morning, 9:30 a.m. CZ starves FTX of revenue with 0% trading fees on Binance, attracting volume from FTX. Then CZ shoots headshot by publicly announcing FTT concerns causing a bank run on FTX and a decline in the FTT price. FTX is then unable to cover holes in their balance sheet. CZ acquires FTX. Thanks for playing. I mean, what do you guys think? That's what I'm saying. I'm not the only one that thinks this was a calculated move. Like Randy said, CZ is a smart guy, right? He's a businessman. There's a reason he's one of the most wealthy people in the world. So, what are your thoughts on this tweet? And I'll ask you first, Randy.
Will Clementi's a smart guy. I like that he's my age too. Us 20-year-olds, we're out here. So props to Will Clementi. But yeah, he's really cool. I think that, yes, CZ's a calculated guy. He thinks ahead. I mean, he wouldn't have gotten to the positions he's in if he wasn't thinking ahead. I mean, he discovered Bitcoin super early and he saw the potential super early and capitalized on that. I mean, he was hanging out with Vitalik and Charlie Lee, all these huge figureheads in this space at such a young age. He's been here for a while. He sees the future. I think he was calculated and executed correctly. Again, I think it was for the better of the crypto space. If
Amen.
What BitBoy was saying was true and SBF was anti peer-to-peer payments, anti DeFi, we need to save the space. Bottom line.
Amen to that. And I think, even me and Robin, I think we're on the same page on that. Rob, what are your thoughts on what Will Clemente said?
What did he say? I'm looking at tweets.
So, so he pretty much said, it all started. CZ, they starved FTX when they announced 0% trading fees. So they brought people over from FTX to Binance, and then everything else that's happened.
Well, here's the thing: it's probably the timing, yes, but you're getting a lot of zero trading fees. I think that's going to be the new. I think that's going to be the new norm when it comes to exchanges. In the same way that you got Robinhood and Webull and all these other stock trading platforms that are zero trading fees. Obviously, you can monetize in different ways simply by holding billions of dollars in value. We talked to some stablecoin operators here recently, and you can take. You don't have to rehypothecate your funds for your users into speculative assets, but you can put it in risk-free.
The only thing that's risk-free is Treasury securities.
Yeah, and so they have like 90-day lockups that some of these exchanges are doing. So you can turn a profit, and then also you can lend out through leverage trading. So there are tons of different ways that these exchanges can make money outside of trading fees. That is historically that is the bread and butter for exchanges is the trading fees. But now that these exchanges have grown to the size that they are, they could branch out into different ways. We're seeing Coinbase offering, learn about crypto and earn crypto. They're getting a ton of tokens on the back end for that, right? And so obviously the business model has expanded as of lately. This is not surprising, but what is surprising is perhaps the timing. Obviously, a lot of this, I think, was calculated. Perhaps they were going to do zero trading fees down the road, and they're like, full send it right now. Let's go. And so,
I want to point out something Strictly Sports said. He said, "This is not a done deal," and he's absolutely right. Mm-hmm. It is not. It is a letter of intent. Okay. What happens?
Also, I got a poll up here as well. Will the acquisition be good for our space? Yes, no, or the deal will fall through. So let us know your thoughts.
What if CZ pulls out? What kind of ripple effects is that going to have on the crypto markets? And before you guys answer, okay, I want to ask Randy first. Before you answer, look at these liquidations, guys. Over the last 24 hours, $576 million worth of crypto has been liquidated, with 237 of that. So almost half of that coming in the last 4 hours. ETH is leading the way at 67 million Ethereum being liquidated, followed by Bitcoin.
And one thing,
Solana and FTT.
Just to piggyback on there for you here, sir, look at Bitcoin at $19,044 at the $19,000 support range here. Will this fall through? Taking a look at the Bitcoin chart, this is the lowest it's been in the last
right there since October.
Yeah. So well over a month. This is since a month. Yeah. So it looks like we're going to be heading down to the $18,000 range, which is kind of surprising because the stock markets are in the green, and we do know there has
stock market doesn't care if FTX goes under. You
now
know
this is this is CNBC front page. The top story in traditional media is that Binance offers to buy FTX non-US operations. So let's keep that in mind. This is not FTX US. That is a separate company. So will the acquisition also include FTX.US? That's another talking point that we're going to maybe expand on.
Apparently, the letter of intent does not include, has nothing to do with FTX US or Binance.US. So, Randy, what if CZ pulls out of this? What kind of ripple effect? If we're seeing
I mean, Elon did it. Remember, he was like, "Your books are dirty, your bots are dirty," and he pulled out, bro.
The announcement, just the announcement and the letter of intent, pumped the markets up, and now everything's back down. Right? What can we expect to see if CZ pulls out and says, "Nope, never mind"?
Honestly, we could see some damage happen in the space. I think people could get wrecked with the FTT token, especially. I think
what kind
we
of
all
damage?
need to stay on our. I think we could see a downfall in price. To be honest, even in Bitcoin, I think we could see a big downfall in price if CZ pulls out. But again, one thing I do want to remind people of is that we need to go through all of this with all the Celsius, the Voyagers, and FTX, everything that's happening now. We need to filter out the bad actors in order for this space to go mainstream. If there's mainstream adoption with this many problems, then the space can't work. The space is going to work because we're filtering all of this out now. So either way, whatever happens, Bitcoin will survive, crypto will survive. So just stay calm and hodl.
Amen to that. And that's the, and I said this on the stream yesterday, but if they do pull out, stuff goes sideways, Bitcoin gets to 10,000, 12,000, right? Do you agree that it would be worse than the Luna fiasco, than the 3AC fiasco, than the Celsius fiasco?
Could be just as bad. I don't know if it would be worse. I don't know what could be worse, but you never know. Again, crypto is a crazy space. You never know what's going to happen. All you need to know is that you have to have a plan, hodl, and have risk management. That's the most important thing. And also self-custody. That's another thing that was really brought up today. This whole withdrawal situation. I've been preaching self-custody for weeks because I felt that something else was going to happen. I've made videos on this everywhere, live streams everywhere. Practice self-custody. If you have stuff that you are actively wanting to hodl that you don't plan on selling, move it over to cold storage. Learn what seed phrases are, what recovery phrases are. Be your own bank. That's the reason why we're here. This is the reason why we're a part of this whole revolution. Exchanges are just the way that we could acquire our crypto and the money that we need that no one could take from us.
Amen to that.
And man, let me put my input on here, man. If the number 3 exchange in the world goes insolvent or under, and this deal falls through for whatever reason, got to think this is a realistic possibility. You got to remember that in acquiring a business, you're acquiring not only the positives but also the negatives. So if they're concealing all kinds of issues or debts or problems that make it not so lucrative to buy up the industry, buy up the competitor, you might pull out, man. And I'm telling you, we saw the shock that came from Alameda Research's balance sheet and their company's valuation. The numbers were way off. They didn't add up. So will we see the same kind of narrative when the books are opened up for FTX? Are there things that are looming there that maybe CZ and Binance don't want any part of? This is realistic possibilities. And if the number 3 exchange, if this thing falls through, and imagine if the deal falls through, what do you think happens to FTX? Anything that's left is going to crumble by the wayside. And
Hold
I
on.
mean,
Yeah,
just look at, oh my Lord, just look at where is the FTT token? Oh my God. Look, holy crap. It's
gosh.
under $10, $9.56.
Oh my God.
This thing is on
Stop.
an absolute spiral, death spiral. It doesn't matter what chart you look at. This is $9, man. Literally, Alameda Research is done. Goodbye. If you hold Alameda Research, sell. Buy
one of DCA.
Dude,
Listen,
that is insane.
What I find
Holy.
interesting,
go ahead.
if you don't mind, what I find interesting is that a lot of these companies have so much marketing money, right? They spend millions and millions of dollars on all these celebrities, yet they can't have users withdraw from their platforms, and they don't have the funds for that. That's one thing that I just want to point out that I was just a little confused by.
$18,000 Bitcoin.
18.7. Yeah, this thing's
18.7.
So
Bitcoin is straight tanking right now.
Is it
let's take
You know
guys.
what? Maybe
So
this
let's.
brings us to the bottom, and we just
we might be scraping the bottom right now.
People like Kevin O'Leary have said we need one more big event, right? We need one more wipeout, and then we start. And guys, we might literally, if you're watching, okay. By the way, hit the like button. If you're watching, you might literally be watching right now the crypto markets start to finally
completely
bottom.
on air, on live show, we might hit the bottom. This might be it. You can be look back and be like, man, I was watching Sin City Crypto
with Miss Team Crypto.
With Miss Team Crypto. When we touch the bottom.
Yeah, it'll be an NFM. It'll be a non-fungible moment for all of us.
Yes, non-fungible moment. I love it. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at the charts since everything is tanking. So this is the Solana chart. I'm putting everything. I'm going to swap over to the 5-minute chart on all these tokens. So we are currently in the support zone for Solana. We are seeing some upward price moving right around that $22 range, sitting at $23.24. As Robin mentioned, Bitcoin is absolutely tanking. We've seen 6 red candles in a row. And I'm not talking little candles. We're talking big-bodied red candles. Completely oversold. But we are printing on the 5-minute chart. We are printing a spinning top, which does tell us that there is a little bit of indecision in the markets. But overall, the trend obviously has been down. BNB also going down. This is the 15-minute chart for BNB. It did have a massive pump, got all the way up to almost $400 today. Today, $400, now back down to $332. And then, of course, the FTT token, guys, $8.90. What you got to understand is why is this so bad for Alameda? If you haven't followed, 70% of their balance sheet, and I know I'm wrong, but it's in around that area, 60, 70%. Is the FTT token, guys. So if it goes down to 0, guess what? Alameda Research, they will go down to 0. They will go down to 0. But here's another narrative, right? Think about this. And I'll pull this up so you guys can see. And Randy, I'm not sure if you've seen this yet, but this is Alameda Research's portfolio, okay? They've invested in 184 investments. They've been the lead on 32 of them. Wow. This narrative of if they go under, okay, if Alameda goes belly up, is that going to hurt the crypto moving forward? Like you're going to have a big gap of, or is another big VC firm, another big player going to step in and take over some of these investments that Alameda would be making, right? What are your thoughts on that, Randy?
Oof! I see they got Voyager in there. They got a few spicy investments right there. But here's some. I wouldn't be surprised. At the end of the day, people need Bitcoin. People need cryptocurrency. What we have to think about besides the news is why we're here in the revolution, right? We need to be our own bank. The accessibility to our funds diminishes every single day. There are banks now restricting you from even buying crypto from exchanges. So while you have the time, at least get or dollar cost average into the market where you're kind of avoiding the volatility, yet you're stacking money that, again, no one can take from you. That's the most important part. I do think this could hurt the crypto industry a little bit. At the same time, though, we do have to look into what the big boys are doing with their money. Like Klaus Schwab, a bunch of these people are now starting their own crypto exchange. If you've heard of EDX Exchange and what they're doing over there, these are the big boys coming into crypto. They want to have their own exchange. So they want to kind of shake out the little people like us and all these VCs so that way they could step in and take control of the industry, which is why I also think it's really good for what CZ is doing, kind of also involved with Elon Musk as well, where they're trying to be the powerhouse and remain that way so that they're more for the people and what we stand for.
100%. And I'm going to pull this back up again. And I want you guys watching to take note of this, okay? This is Alameda Research's investments. And just to be on the safe side, assume in return of these investments, they got tokens back, and assume they still have a majority of their tokens on their balance sheet, which means if they have to liquidate, these are the tokens that are going to get liquidated. Polygon.
No way.
Polygon. Venture round $450 million. Astar, which is part of the Polkadot network, $22 million from a venture round. Near Protocol, $150 million investment in their ICO. Assume they still have a majority of those tokens. Assume they're going to have to dump on the market if they go insolvent. And there was obviously, we have Solana, which Solana was a big one. They had Sunday Swap, DeFi Land, ZenLink, Slope Finance, Helium is on here, Masari is on here. And I'm looking, there we go, Solana, ICO, $314 million. Guys, be careful. Do not leave your money on an exchange. At the very least, please, at the very least, get a Trust wallet, get a MetaMask wallet.
All right. So
Period.
let's take a quick intermission just to give the chat some love here. We got a lot of new people. Bud Lightyear, Delonix.
Hold on. Did you say Bud Lightyear?
Bud Lightyear. Yeah. And then you got
That's good.
Crunk C, Victor, Master, Purple Veteran. We got Jeff H, Renovadio, Huff, Brendan, Profit Taker, Manuel, Blockchain Dave, Chemo and Crypto SC, Kusish, Dark Energy, Crypto King, and Shorty Nut.
That was terrible.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Randy, what are your?
You guys are funny.
Yeah, we like to have fun. We're an entertainment focused channel.
Hey, we're gonna open this damn club up in a little bit. Not right now, but we got a lot.
We're on a
lot to
roll,
cover.
guys.
But,
We're gonna
here in a little bit, we're gonna open up the club. We're gonna see some badass dance moves from David.
Terrible dance moves. I'll start with Robin first. So we've gone over this Alameda Research portfolio, but.
Okay, here's what I think. Just to expand what you were saying, with liquidations, forced liquidations, perhaps that's what we're seeing right now in the price of Bitcoin. I do think that Bitcoin dumping, this is probably not organic. I don't think that people are freaking out and selling their Bitcoin for the simple fact that the narrative behind Binance acquiring FTX is somewhat bullish, right? It takes away some of the fear of what would happen with the collapse of FTX. And here you have basically the largest exchange getting bigger, and somebody that has a friendly face to crypto, being the one spearheading all of this. So I think the narrative in itself is bullish. And so with this straight selling that we got in Bitcoin, going from 20K in less than an hour down to 18.5. This is a 10% drop on the 24 hours. To take a look how big of a drop that is, that's 6% in 1 hour. You're talking about Bitcoin, the strongest cryptocurrency that has probably the least amount of volatility. You normally don't see this much movement in Bitcoin in the 1 hour chart unless you got liquidations. That is probably what it is. Do you think that Alameda Research got margin called? Do you think there were some other people that had exposure to FTT that got margin called? Perhaps Solana as well. Remember, the ecosystem is widespreading with Alameda Research. It is not just with the FTT token. We know that institutions have a lot of exposure to Solana. Or can they withstand the extreme volatility? Can they withstand 10% drop in Solana in the hour? Can they withstand a 25% drop for the day? Can they? If you have leverage exposure to these assets, which we know that institutions have, is this what the sell is? What do you think, David? Do you think the price movement is in correlation to
it has to be.
selling?
It has to be, right? Well, what else could it be? I mean, people panic selling, yeah, right? And what I'm assuming is also happening too is, and this is not something that no one's touched on. What happens to the Voyager deal with FTX? Ooh. Right?
CZ might take over that too.
That's what I'm saying.
I
just
want to get involved with Voyager earlier.
I believe they came in second place.
Maybe this is a part of the whole thing. Oh, dude, the zest level just went through the roof right now.
It's like Days of Our Lives over here. So,
oh my gosh,
love this show.
What I think's happening too, and going back to Voyager. So we saw what happened with Voyager, right? They're going solvent. They halt withdrawals. Eventually, they were able to release the fiat that people had on Voyager, not stable coins, but US dollars or whatever currency your country has. They were asked the judge if they can release those back to the consumers, which the judge said yes, right? Because they have a custodial bank on the back end that they store the fiat, or they're supposed to store the fiat. And so what might be happening, because FTX is a large exchange, like Robin said, the third largest in the world, people might look at that situation and say, well, crap, let me convert everything, all crypto to fiat. And even though I can't withdraw it out, I'll leave it there. And hopefully same thing that happened with Voyager will happen with my money. I mean, you guys think that's a possibility?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're lucky they got any money back, honestly. And who really kept their fiat on Celsius or Voyager? Nobody. Everyone was staking their crypto. So I don't think the fiat thing was even that helpful, to be honest.
Interesting.
Let's get the opinion from the chat, guys. What do y'all think about today's action? We're going to take a couple people's comments and then discuss those as well. So if you have any questions or perhaps your own conspiracy theory, put those in the chat. We'll handpick a couple of those. So yeah, let us know, what are you guys thinking? What are you most excited about? Are you scared about something? Just let us know.
Guys,
we want to interact with the chat here.
Don't be scared. We're here. Okay. Let's take a look at liquidations, and then I want to show a tweet from Raoul Paul. Okay. So these are the liquidations currently. $303 million has been liquidated in the last 4 hours. We're closing in on $650 million over the last 24 hours, close to $200 million in 1 hour. Again, ETH leading the way, Bitcoin, Solana, FTT token, and Doge following along. Now, I want to read this tweet from Raoul Paul. Okay. I imagine that this will be good for Coinbase in the end. It's the only of the major exchanges that produces accounts, has an ownership structure, and is fully regulated. I'm sure U.S. regulators will not like this potential FTX Binance deal, but who knows? We know the government, or I believe a government, whatever, they step in and they say no to some mergers or some acquisitions because, monopoly or whatever the case may be, risk to the markets. Do you guys see in any, and Randy, you've sat down with politicians. Do you see any scenario where we see government or a Supreme Court of a state step in and say, nope, that would bring too much monopoly in the space? Like, do you see that happening? Do you agree that Coinbase will benefit? What are your thoughts?
I think Coinbase will benefit for a little while. At the same time, CZ now has a lot of power, especially if he's acquiring of FTX, the non-US unit. I think he's going to plan to take over the US unit, if I read that correctly on Twitter before. So CZ has big plans here. If he ends up taking over both, then he has a big advantage. I just hope New York is better with the bit license. I'm based in New York, and Coinbase and Gemini are pretty much the only exchanges that I can use. If CZ now has this power where a lot of people, there's such demand for Binance, I think maybe they'll allow Binance US to fully be everywhere, New York, everywhere. Once things happen in New York, that's when you know things are legit. So I do think hopefully things play out. At the same time, Coinbase does seem to be favored by the big guys, although Coinbase has been stepping up and trying to step in on the library case and try to defend them a little bit.
Yeah. All right. A couple of things. Let's take a more comical approach to today's stream. Let's take a look at what's going on Twitter. We have CZ after acquiring FTX and becoming the only player in crypto. So there he is. Yeah, he's the monopoly gets bigger, and you gotta love that one. Here is my favorite. Charles Hoskinson is getting in on the meme fun here.
Oh God!
Charles says, "Just got the news about FTX. It's starting to sink in." Oh, you gotta love Charles. And then you also got you have the
oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's funny though. That's so bad.
You know what's funny, Rob, is
that's all I got.
I got a good one too, Rocco. Will you pull up mine?
I think I heard a rib on that one, bro.
That was funny.
So you guys, so this has been circling around. Find out and F around, and so CZ teaching a class on how if you mess with him, you will find out what he's made of. So all right, if you're tuning in, you haven't you're not with us from the beginning. FTX pause withdrawals, not FTX US, FTX pause withdrawals. They reached out to CZ asking for help with the liquidity crunch. CZ Binance signed a letter of intent. It is not a done deal. Okay. It is not official. Binance is not, it's a letter of intent. There's going to be due process. There's going to be looking over financials. And a lot of people believe that is where CZ is going to pull an Elon Musk and say, actually, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Just to cover a couple of articles real quick. So Australian crypto fund sells the FTT token. Now, this isn't anything huge, but Digital X, which is an Australian crypto fund, has decided to liquidate its FTT token holdings in the light of the recent drama. The fund, which is listed on the Securities and Exchange Commission in Australia, sold roughly $1 million worth of the FTT token. The liquidated tokens constituted roughly 2% of the fund's total holdings. Also, you had these articles pulled up. Binance to fully acquire FTX. CZ said that Binance signed a non-binding letter of intent to acquire the company in the coming days. Guys, non-binding non-binding intent. Okay. He intends to, but due process. A full due diligence process is expected to be completed in the next few days, as well as more detailed information about the acquisition. And then this one was from Crypto Globe, kind of the same thing. They shook the markets. And here are the tweets. So this is CZ. This afternoon, FTX asked for our help. There is a significant liquidity crunch to protect users. We signed a non-binding LOI intending to fully acquire FTX.com and help cover the liquidity crunch. We will be conducting a full due diligence in the coming days. I said there's a lot to cover. It will take some time. This is a highly dynamic situation. And then SBF tweeted as well, hey, all, I have a few announcements to make. Things have come full circle, and FTX.com's first and last investors are the same. We have come to an agreement on a strategic transaction with Binance for FTX.com. Our teams are working to clearing out the withdrawal backlog. This is one of the main reasons we asked Binance to come in. It may take a lot of time to settle. So sounds like they do plan on paying everyone back, fulfilling all your withdrawal requests. You just got to be patient. And here it says, huge thank you to CZ, Binance, and all our supporters. This is a user-centric development that benefits the entire industry. CZ has done and will continue to do an incredible job of building out the global crypto ecosystem and creating a freer economic world. Funny. Yesterday, he tweeted, right? Go ahead, Randy. Go ahead.
Yeah. See, that's kind of what we were talking about before. I'm sorry, I went back in my chair for that one because that was literally what we were talking about before. I think maybe Sam kind of dug himself in this hole where he felt that he wasn't doing the right thing anymore, and he called CZ because he knows CZ is more like us, more for the people, and especially with Elon on his side as well. And he was just like, "All right, I got to get out of this stuff. Peace."
Amen. Rob, what are your thoughts, Rob?
What was the topic again?
I don't know. Maybe we should pay attention.
So I'm telling you, man, this is
so
you're going off today,
dude. I there's just so much. I'm like, I got overload right now. I'm actually putting together some questions I pulled from the chat. So guys, keep letting us know your conspiracy theories. Let us know what you guys are thinking is going on in the market right now. What do you think the implications are? And then I'm putting together some we're going to discuss in the chat. What was the topic here?
Huge thank you to CZ and all the supporters. So he's essentially done a 180.
Yeah, and he was reading that SBF said that he wanted a freer economic world. Is that what he said?
Yes. Is that funny?
Okay, yeah.
That's his corporate talk.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was funny.
That's PR talk right there, right?
So does that mean he's not putting out this bill now? That he was kind of competing with BitBoy with? Oh, wow.
That's a good question.
Spice.
You know, what politician, hold on, and think about this, right? What politician is going to look at Sam Bankman-Fried, your third largest exchange, it is crumbling. Why the hell are we going to listen to you?
Well, here's another thought. You know, do you think that politicians and policymakers will take issue with the acquisition of Binance becoming larger and being less players and being less diversified? Because essentially the monopoly is growing, and yes, you do have options. So it's not to say that you can only acquire crypto through Binance. Obviously, you got your decentralized platforms, your centralized platforms, but we are seeing an aggregation of the major exchanges and a consolidation into just a handful of players. Now, what do you have now? You have Coinbase, you got Binance,
Gemini,
right? KuCoin. You have Kraken. You have KuCoin.
No, I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm not saying that there aren't other options, but when it comes to what's publicly readily available for the novice investor that has never touched crypto, the first person, buying your first crypto, you're probably not going to do it on KuCoin, right? So I'm seeing that right now you're getting less and less platforms for the newbie. And you know what happens? Sometimes you just buy crypto on Coinbase or you buy crypto on Binance, and that's where you made your first purchase, and that's where you're comfortable staying. And so I do see a situation where Binance and Coinbase are just going to be the two bullies on the block, and everyone wants to sit here and paint this narrative that this is great for industry, but you do got to push back a little bit and say that, hey, is it really that you're getting just a handful of players controlling 90% of the market in order books? I mean, that seems like the direction we're going. I'm not not pushing against the acquisition. I think it's overall good for our space, but I do want to bring up a thought that, is this a direction that we want to go to stifle competition?
No, I'm 100%. I'm 100% in the belief that without competition, like industries die. Industries will literally die. If you're not being pushed by your competitors, if you're not pushing yourself, then we're just going to stay in the same place years from now, and then eventually, other countries, other people are going to just, leapfrog over what we're doing. So that's my thoughts. Well, what are your thoughts, Randy?
I have a lot of thoughts right now. So many things flying through
Share
my
them with
head.
us,
I
please.
mean, let's take Amazon, for example. They started off as a bookstore. Now you could pretty much buy everything on Amazon. It's pretty much a monopoly in that way, right? And then Jeff Bezos also owns, what is it, the Washington Post?
Yes.
So not a lot of people are even talking about that. So why are people kind of like hating on CZ acquiring FTX? This happens in traditional markets all the time with companies acquiring one another. This isn't something that's unusual, but because it's crypto, it's such a big thing and it's so over dramatic. This is just fun. They want to bring down the market more. I don't think this is a bad thing, but we also have to remember we're extremely early. There could be an exchange that comes out tomorrow that blows Binance and Coinbase right out of the water. And then there we go. We have the next big exchange. You never know. Honestly, FTX kind of came out of nowhere as well. FTX was just small at one point, and all of a sudden they got massive amounts of funding and they were the biggest thing out there.
Hear me out on this. Could the next big exchange that comes out, like you said, could it be from the world of traditional finance?
It maybe because it's easier and regulated, right? Why wouldn't the bigger guys have to step up? Like in New York, it's going to be very hard for CZ to get a bit license here. Even Gemini struggles to do certain things in New York, where staking, they're a New York-based company, but a lot of their assets or features on their app, I should say, aren't available in New York, right? But if the big boys come in and say, hey, we want to be a crypto exchange too, then they have an easier way into the New York bit license type of situation. So they might have easier access, but the fight does not give up. If the people have such a strong yearning for Binance to come in and FTX to be allowed in places like New York and all over the US, I think it's definitely possible. It's just a matter of how hard they try and how fast they could try to get it done.
All right, I got a couple. Let me pull up some of the comments from the chat here. I just highlighted a few. So we have Dark Energy says CZ is now the king of crypto. I don't disagree at this moment. And then J Crypto Minded said, "Do we buy the FTX token?" Question mark.
Really?
And
Really?
Na says,
Really? Really? Stop.
Unless you are absolute degen to the max.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Buy Bitcoin at
You're just playing with
18,800.
fire.
So yeah,
Playing with
people
fire.
just unless you just have money to throw away for some particular reason,
why?
throw it this way, So you also have Na. He says, "Is the FTX token dead or will it carry on?" It's dead, right?
I mean,
There's no.
I don't think
and
people
even
would
with
trust
the
it
acquisition,
at
there's
this
no
point.
reason to keep it around, right?
I don't know, what were we
I think
saying,
the
Randy?
trust is. I think the trust is lost.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing. Once a lot of these things happen, the trust is lost, and the project really can't rebuild again. I think they should just kind of let the FTT token fade, let it slowly fade out on its own, and continue something else. I mean, if Binance is acquiring FTX, then BNB is going to end up being the winner anyway. So
Yeah.
Right. Chase and Candle said, when FTT Classic?
So yeah, we're gonna get I think.
soon, bro, soon.
This is good.
Stop. All right. Chuck Strickland says, I think the CZ will use SBF to do his lobbying of Congress, considering his donation amount. So perhaps CZ will use Sam as a peon to send him to Congress. I mean, maybe that's just kind of funny. And then also Chuck also asked, my concern is, what is the move of BlackRock making right now? That is way too conspiracy theory for me. I don't know. I think traditional companies are just going to kind of see where the chips fall. And then lastly, Mango Torres says, what do you think about all the coins like Solana and some of the alts that Alameda has? I know we kind of discussed that earlier.
Their portfolio.
There are potential for a lot of sell pressure. And as you have margin calls and basically anything that's in that portfolio is going to either be sold by them or forced to sell if they go through bankruptcy, which looks like the direction they're going to have to go through. So, and then let's just take a quick overview of the market because we have so much volatility right now in crypto land. Just to give you, if you're new here, you're trying to figure out where is the price of Bitcoin, what's going on. We're going to take a peek at that. We got Bitcoin coming in at 18,700. Ethereum is below $1,400. Let that sink in. Listen, holy crap. XRP down 13%, Ethereum down 13%, Dogecoin down 18%, Polygon down 17%, Solana down 24%, Polkadot down 13%. The list goes on and on. It looks like some of the top 10 coins are leading the pack when it comes to the red. Nothing is in the green, not even Binance anymore. So FTT token at $8. This is going. Do you think it'll be under $1 today? Let's put a poll. Let's put a poll up. Rocco, throw a poll together for me. Will FTT drop under $1 in the next 24 hours?
Randy, will FTT drop under $1 in the end of the day?
Oh my gosh, don't make me do this, man. Don't make me do this. Not financial advice. I don't know.
So
the way that
FTT
it's going now, this is an unbelievable fall. I mean, what happened when everyone was dumping Luna? We saw that type of massacre. Can we see this again? Probably. That's why you have to have your due diligence, risk management. Do not invest more than you can afford to lose at all. Honestly, we did see the warning signs with this coming a little bit with FTT. We've been seeing it for a while.
FTT, let this sink in. FTT token was in the top 20.
Stop saying let this sink in, because all I can think about is a picture of Elon holding a sink.
This was in the top 20, you know? I mean, Terra Luna broke into the top 10, and, you know, that was its own ecosystem. But just think about, even though the numbers were inflated, not accurate, let this sink in. You just had a top 20 project essentially collapse and is in the process of going to zero.
But is it really a project though, Robin? Is it really a project?
I don't know.
It's a freaking it's a utility token.
You know there's a ton of exposure to that token.
What's Gary
Perhaps the numbers are wrong.
But by one person, which is Alameda Research.
So I'm telling you, the spider web.
I don't know. I wouldn't call that a real project, bro. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's in the top. It was in the top 20.
You don't think there was massive institutional exposure to that?
No. Yeah, by Alameda Research.
I think it was a lot of just speculation there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
People could have saw the liquidity crisis coming from a mile away. Just like Luna, right? Like a lot of people called the Luna collapse way before that. It was just whether you wanted to do the research or not.
Yeah, that's 100%
I think
true.
that moving forward, I think in a month or 2 months from now, we're going to get stories of large venture capital funds having exposure to Alameda Research and FTT. And so I think my own thoughts is that we are going to see that some people made some very irrational decisions. You got to think Alameda Research gave a lot of people money, and in turn, they made some handshakes where like, hey, we'll invest in you. Here's some of our token. And any of these projects that are holding significant amounts of FTT, I mean, look at Binance. Binance was holding $2 billion worth of FTT, which now is going to zero, right? Yeah. And so they're basically out $2 billion. How many more other companies did Alameda Research shake hands with and give the FTT token? They obviously didn't shy away from printing it and giving it away. And so to sit here and think that the spider web of interconnected leveraged and margin calls and hey, handshakes and deals, I'm telling you, FTX was like, yo, here, take our token. It's worth a lot. And I'm telling you, 2-3 months from now, maybe 2-3 weeks from now, we're going to start seeing the domino effects of what happens when a top 20 project basically burns and dies.
I want to share. So I have a couple. I have FTX Ventures portfolio pulled up. I also have Binance Labs portfolio, so we can kind of see what tokens they have now. Binance won't be forced liquidating, but maybe, just maybe, Binance will have to readjust their balance sheet, their portfolio, make room for this FTX acquisition if it does fall through. So the first one we're going to show, this is FTX Ventures, which who knows what's going to happen to these. Again, assume that they have these tokens on hand still, assume they might have to liquidate. The big one here being Aptos, $350 million total funding. You have Yuga Labs, had about $450 million from FTX Ventures. You have Arcana, Bridge Network, Mina Protocol, which is Robin's favorite, one of his favorites. You also have Luxon. You have Near Protocol again. $533 million was invested from FTX Ventures to Near Protocol. I mean, you have Alameda and Near. Or Alameda and FTX, who we assume have Near tokens that we assume they might have to get rid of. Is Near in trouble? You guys think Near Protocol's in trouble?
I think Solana is in trouble, right?
There's a lot of people in trouble today, man. A lot of people in trouble today. I cannot believe everything that's going. It's funny how everything is so interconnected at the end of everything, and you really just see at this point who has what and who could really have impact on which markets. I mean, where did all this money come from is my question. Where did they get the 500 plus million to invest in Near Protocol, and when they weren't focusing on their liquidity and their users? That's my question.
It's easy. It's called a flywheel scheme. So what they do is the FTT token is created, okay? It's sold to, or it's created, it's put on the balance sheet of Alameda Research. The price, they pump the price up, right? Because there's no sell pressure because they're holding a majority of them. Pumps the price up. They take their balance sheet that shows $10 billion worth of FTT token when in reality, it's probably like a fraction of that, right? If you take real supply and demand, they take that $10 billion valuation and they go to investors and say, hey guys, our company's worth $10 billion. Let us borrow $500 million, blah, blah, blah. They take that money, buy more FTT token, raising the price of FTT again, take the same balance sheet, which now doubled because the price of FTT token doubled, said, hey, our company is now worth $20 billion. Can we borrow some more money? And then the flywheel continues. And it's I read an article yesterday. Like in the world of traditional finance and money, it would be absolutely illegal if you had FTX and an Alameda equivalent in the world of traditional finance doing what they're doing in the crypto space. It would be literally illegal. They would be taken to court and they'd probably be taken to jail and fined. Yes? You guys agree?
I'm not a lawyer. I couldn't comment on that.
I don't know
one.
about the implications.
Oh, but I studied law for maybe 2 days, but still,
All right.
It's like the crypto degen.
Yeah, we're all DJs.
Real quick, I just want to shout out some of the people in the chat. Here, in case you haven't figured this out, we love our chat here. We love to give acknowledgement
you don't
to
love
new people
anyone
here. We got Gail João, which is Portuguese, I'm assuming. And then we got Seba Vaginão. And then we got Jay Crypto, great guy, Crypto Gold Rush, Eric G, JK, Jeff Harbos, Matt S, World's Lowest, Meparatis, and Tug Eye. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Over 600 viewers. Let's get this thing. Let's see if we can crack 1,000 today.
That'd be dope.
You think that's possible?
Yes,
Crack
let's
1,000
go.
today?
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
For a channel
get it,
that's got 4,600 subscribers, that would be dope. All right, let's swap over to some.
Hit the like button, guys.
Let's check out some charts. So this is ETH on the 5-minute chart. You can see we did make a move up to $1,563. This was at 4:30 UTC. By the way, it's 8 hours or 9 hours UTC?
UTC's England, which is 5 hours ahead of East Coast, so 8 hours ahead.
8 hours ahead. Okay. So what I'm going to use now is this is Crypto Stackers Pro. This is their platform. They have something on here that no one else has, which is margin pressure levels, which tells you the risk to reward of shorters and longers in the market. So we're going to take a look at what levels should we expect from Bitcoin. So we're going to take the top here. We'll take the top that we had. We'll take it the $21,400 top. And you can see here, We are still a ways away from the 3x short level. You're looking at $16,104. The 2x short level coming in at $14,300, and the 1x level, which I don't think is going to happen, but hey, anything's possible, coming in at $10,750. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for Ethereum. Guys, just know leverage trading, swing trading, scalping profits. Now it's dangerous. Anything could literally flip either way. Someone had asked about what if we want to short FTT token. Good luck. Good luck, because when you short a token, you're borrowing tokens at a predetermined price, selling them back at a higher price. And there's no tokens. There's no tokens for them to lend you out. So yeah, there you go. Ethereum, if we take the high we had here on November 3rd, you can see the 3x short level is coming in at $1,253. We should see some decent support there. 3x short level, or the 2x is at $1,114. And then we have the 1x level under 1,000 coming in at $835. But you can see here, guys, how pretty dead on accurate this is. The 3x short level, which is at $1,253, we did see quite a few bounces. And by the way, these are daily candles on Ethereum. We did see quite a few bounces. Once here, we wicked down here on September 27th, wicked below but closed above here on October 12th. And again, recently, October 20th, wicked down here again. But yeah, these are some levels. Solana, let's take a look at Solana. Now, Randy, before I show the chart, if Solana gets to $15 or $10, are you running for the hills or are you buying?
Honestly, I'm just watching from the sidelines, to be honest. There's a lot of things. I have like a lot of feelings about Solana. I do think it has a lot of potential because so many people are building on it. I mean, if you're involved in the GameFi space, a lot of the best games, I would say, a lot of them are on Solana. On the other hand, you do have the network issues that Solana has. So for me, I'm just kind of sitting on the sidelines and watching. I want to see how Solana plays out in the next year or so because it came out of nowhere. Again, Solana was something that was really laying down low, and all of a sudden it took off out of nowhere. And maybe that was attributed to Sam and FTX, right? So I want to see how this plays out. I'm sitting from the sidelines. I'm watching the charts for now. Also,
So
I
are
wanted
you
to ask
more
you,
in
so
the-
you're a chart person?
Yeah, I do too. My chart experience comes from the world of options trading and traditional finance. So I do charts.
What
I'm
indicators
not,
do you like?
What do I like?
What indicators do you like to use?
So I like to keep it simple. I like Bollinger Bands. For trend, I like Ichimoku Cloud. The stochastics, RSI, obviously volume. I'm a big pattern guy. I like pattern trading.
He also
Got it.
is a big fan of barbecue chicken pizza.
I love. Yeah, what are your thoughts on barbecue chicken pizza, Randy?
Really? That was
Barbecue chicken pizza might not be bad because honestly, I'm a fan of buffalo chicken pizza. If you could find a good buffalo chicken slice, it's over for you, man. And also, thank you for answering my chart question because I'm trying to learn about the charts. I'm on my own chart journey over here, and I'm just asking
Awesome.
different people what they like to do. So thank you for that.
For sure, yeah, you're very welcome. My pleasure, absolutely. I love that. Even though you're a big name in the space, you're still trying to learn, as we all are. We don't pretend to know everything. And if we don't know something, we'll be honest and say we don't know it. So it's pretty safe to say, Randy, right? And please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. You believe in the Cardano approach more than you believe in the Solana approach. You believe in methodical, slow, take your time, make sure everything's perfect, versus first to market, launch it. We'll work our way through it as issues come up.
I'm iffy on both. I think if you have something that you want to capitalize on, go for it. Capitalize it if you have the capabilities. On the other hand, I do like the Cardano approach in a way that you should be able to build a product, make sure it's sufficient, make sure it works, and then put it out. So that way, once it's out, people can enjoy it and they don't have to worry about any discrepancies.
No, fair enough. We kind of know where Robin stands. I know where Robin stands, but since we have so many new viewers, Robin, you want to share your thoughts? Are you in the Solana? Get it going. Fix whatever breaks along the way, or
honestly,
Cardano?
there are two different approaches. I've discussed this before. I don't think that one is right or wrong. Getting to market first is a strategic advantage, and we've seen successful companies grow from, hey, why don't we launch our product and then we'll take feedback, we'll build, we'll adjust, we'll fix as we go, and instead of waiting, building, and then hoping that the community will stand by you through all that time. Now, I think that when you're in the financial space, you want to take on the least amount of risk, the least amount of possible downturn. Because here's the thing: if you rush the market, you come in a little too fast. I think there are potentials to where if you get a hack, for example, or you have a fundamental problem in your chain, that in turn can cripple you. And if you're crippled, that you might not never come back. We've seen exploits come out and just that's it. You die. You take Terra Luna, for example. There ain't no coming back. There ain't no second chance for that,
guys.
And what's up?
They did try though.
We have a brand new tweet from CZ. I think this is a very interesting conversation. And so he just tweeted, he said, all crypto exchanges should do Merkle tree proof of reserves. Banks run on fractional reserves. Crypto exchanges should not. Binance will start to do proof of reserve soon. Full transparency. If you're not familiar with fractional banking, guys, that is how your bank works. Your Wells Fargo, your Bank of America. If you go in there and say you have $500,000, say I want to withdraw the money. Well, guess what? They're not going to give it to you. They say give us 5 days. That is because they operate on fractional reserving. Their outstanding debt, they only have to hold a fractional amount of that amount. So let's say they have $10 billion in their balance sheet. They only have to have, let's just say the number is $10 million available in cash reserves. The rest is backed by central bank. Now, I've been talking about this with proof of reserves, and the first project that comes to my mind is Chainlink, okay? Chainlink has launched the utility for proof of reserves where any user at any time can go in and ping and query information from Chainlink, and Chainlink will automatically pull all the reserves on chain, and you can see their liabilities, their assets, what they're holding, what they're leveraged against. I mean,
now this is only for blockchain based protocols. So if you're a centralized entity and you're saying, hey, we're backed, our assets are backed in this fashion. If it's not on chain, that model won't work. But I see what you're saying. The Chainlink thing is a move in the right direction.
I just threw Chainlink out there. It doesn't have to be Chainlink.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No. And I think because we've seen all these exploits, we've seen the mass liquidations of people's investments, not only retail, but also exposure from institutions, from taking on bad debt. We see what happens when the dominoes fall. And at some point, you got to step in and be like, hey, let's change this for the better. The banks have the U.S. government to fall back on. So if the banks are illicit in their finances, their order books aren't straight. If they start to go insolvent, you got daddy government comes in and picks you up out of the water from you drowning. Now, crypto doesn't have that. And so you have to come at it. You got to approach it from a fundamentally different perspective. You have to say, hey, we're not going to be bailed out by the government. And if a major exchange like FTX, a top 3 exchange, is at risk of going insolvent or going under, this is a problem in our industry. We need to fundamentally change it. And I don't think that it's a coincidence that the timing of this tweet is to articulate the importance of having transparency and showing what is backing your order books. Because FTX was probably going to go under, right? That was the direction we were going this morning. And you know what? CZ stepped up. Binance stepped up. They picked them up out of the water, and they're like, look, this is what we're doing to not have this problem happen. Real quick, guys, hit the damn like button. We don't even have 20% likes on here. We ain't gonna do this show. We're gonna stop this damn show right now if you don't hit the like button.
Stop it.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. Take a second.
If you don't do it for
Smash
us,
it.
do it for Mr.
And then let me give some love to the chat one more time. We got a couple people up in here. We got Diggy, Doug, Dan, Rahandaranasa. Don't know.
Why are you the one
And then
that
we
says
got
the
Brett
names?
G, Alex, Angry Chihuahua, Alice FC, Scotty Swing. I'm Crypto Migo, Alex, Zeth, Stephen Conway. We got Atp, Razul, Seth, Jack Daxon, Jay Hall.
Okay, bro. That's just hurting my head. Please stop.
Emmanuel, and
All the new people. All the new people.
all the new people. Hey,
Oh
man,
my
you know what? We're never gonna be too big to give people some shout outs in here.
I know,
Stop.
but can you try to?
20
Can you
members.
work on your pronunciation? Okay, Randy. So this is.
Every day.
I'm surprised. Robin, say Randy.
Randy.
There you go. Okay, I'm surprised you
I
said
wanted
that
to
right.
say Brandy. Only because I love Brandy.
It was close.
I love Randy.
It was
too.
close.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
thank
Robin
you.
has an issue with pronouncing names, and so guys,
I see.
If in the chat, especially if your name is pronounced incorrectly, I promise it's not on purpose. I promise. Robin is special.
And very quick, guys. Just thank you to Jimmy for the 20 membership.
Yeah. Oh,
And also, there are some questions in the chat. People are
Yeah,
concerned about
Rocco.
it.
Yeah, by the way, if you see some good questions, brother, feel free to chime in. Yeah, so Houston, shout out Jimmy. Jimmy gifted 20 memberships. Also, we had a $5 or $6 sticker chat
Yeah.
from Jason Squires.
Yep.
So we appreciate all the support, you guys. Thank you
$10
so much.
sticker from Jason, 20 gifted memberships. Our membership is growing here. We're I think we're over 100
Yes.
members now.
Yeah, so we don't
Wow.
do any paid promotion videos like token sales. So the memberships and all this is how we pay our bills.
That's
So
right.
we appreciate all the support.
David actually shines shoes outside at MGM.
Hey, I'll do whatever I gotta do, bro.
He's over there with
I
the
will
little
do
polish
whatever
rag.
I have to do. Okay.
Jimmy, just double
Listen,
up on
you got to
the
start from the bottom.
Now we're here. Didn't CZ worked at McDonald's, right?
Yeah. And
Yes,
then
he did.
Jimmy just doubled up, dropped another 20 gifted
Another
memberships
20.
as well.
Telling you guys, this
Yay,
community.
Jimmy!
This community is the most giving I have seen. I don't see this happening in any other chats. All right, let's take a look at. So this might be something of importance as well. So we looked at Alameda Research. We looked at their portfolio. We looked at FTX Ventures portfolio. Let's take a look at Binance portfolio. Let's see, are there anything they might have to dump to make this acquisition happen? Not saying it's going to. I'm just saying. Diggy Doug, no, at the current moment, we do not. We do not have any plans of doing sponsored videos as well. But, yeah.
And Marky Mark dropped another 20 gifted memberships as well.
My man.
Good Lord. 60
Wow.
members.
Christmas came early, my friends. Okay, so let's swap over here. So I have Binance Labs portfolio of companies. They have invested in a total of 233 funding rounds with a total funding amount of $2.9 billion. You can see it started here back in 2017 Q2, really started ramping it up in 2021. We take a look at what have they put money in. They put $350 million into Aptos. They put $300 million into Certic, 1inch. And I'm just going to try to Injective Protocol. That was a big one. $56.7 million. You have Anchor, not Terra Luna Anchor, but ANKR. $27 million. Astar, again, $24.4 million. And just kind of scrolling down here, you have Wombat Exchange, Manta Network. Not sure. I haven't heard of those, but you might have. Marlin, haven't heard of that. Elrond, which will now be known as Multiverse X. Perpetual Protocol, Cosmic Guild, and the rest is kind of smaller investments, but yeah, Pancake Swap, obviously, being the DEX for BNB. Anything you guys wanna add to this portfolio stuff here? Robin or Randy, either one of you, feel free.
Seems like they're pretty diverse. I don't really see anything, that's shady in here, to be honest.
I agree.
I
What about
like
you,
that
Randy?
they diversify within like the gaming space and also a lot of other things. They have a really cool portfolio, I gotta say. They have their hands in a lot of different things.
You have two conflicting styles in investing. We saw FTX. The narrative throughout this whole bear market was, hey, we'll buy you up. $400 million for you. $200 million for you. Oh, you're bankrupt? We'll buy you up. And you start to think, like, should they have reserved more cash? Should they have been a little bit more buttoned up at home instead of just throwing away money? I feel like it's somebody that hit a lotto ticket. And, they're sitting with $10,000. Or here in Las Vegas, you hit a little jackpot. And you got a bunch of money, and next thing you know, you're out there going to fancy dinners. You're handing out money to the wife. You're getting a little loose with your cash, and then next thing you know, your car breaks down, and you need $4,000, you need $5,000, and yet threw it all away when you probably should have been setting money aside, setting that extra capital aside, because these exchanges made a ton of money during the bull market. And who was quiet throughout the bear market? Who was sitting there ready to pounce on some really good deals? It was Binance. And so FTX made the headlines with acquisitions during the bear market until this morning. And now, boom, game, set, match, checkmate, whatever you want to call it. Binance steps in. That's
Guys, there's news. Several Coinbase services are currently down.
Coinbase services.
Wow.
Services, yeah. I mean, I'm not
That's
trying
not
to spread.
unusual.
Yeah, I'm not trying to spread FUD. I'm not saying
Probably
I'm not saying
a
Coinbase
vol-
going under.
Probably a
but
volume. You know what? Coinbase has had a ton of issues when it comes to executing trades, withdrawals, and basically processing time through when there is extreme volatility and a lot of volume. So not surprised. I would expect if you're trying to basically make any transactions on DeFi, you're probably going to have a ton of slippage because of the price movement of the tokens right now are moving exponentially. And this is the same case when it goes to these exchanges. You got to think a lot of this does move on chain, and throughput for a lot of these projects are just not there if you're trying to remove from an exchange. So I would not overreact to processing times being a little out of whack, especially from Coinbase, which is one of the major
Coinbase
exchanges, so.
has the most amount of Bitcoin on their exchange. They are the go-to exchange for miners. I wouldn't be too worried. We do know that a majority of Coinbase's revenue for their company comes from trading fees, but we don't know the whole thing. They could be doing the same thing FTX was doing. Now, of course, they don't have their own token, and they're a publicly traded company. They're more regulated. I think that is why a lot of people, including myself, feel a little more confident going with a company like Coinbase, because they have investors and they have to answer to those investors. And so they can't just go around and do what FTT did with Alameda Research and just print tokens out of thin air, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. All right. I want to, what did I want to do? I want to take a look at I want to take a look at the crypto markets here. So we are currently, the volume is $164.5 billion. Bitcoin dominance still at 38.5%, with the current market cap at $940 billion. We were over $1.05 trillion just a few short hours ago. Bitcoin, $18,555, down 2.6% over the last hour. ETH coming in at $13.38. Binance Coin, $322. XRP, 40 cents, holding pretty strong. Cardano, 37 cents. Don't think Cardano's floor is going to drop from under. Polygon, key level for Polygon, guys. If Polygon holds $1 and everything bounces back, expect Polygon to get to the $1.40 range.
What are your guys' thoughts on 17K Bitcoin? Do you think that's something we might see by the end of the day? I mean, do you think pull up, you think 18,000 is just extreme support and just too many buy orders there? Because I think a lot of people probably got orders in at like 18,100. I mean, there has to be, right? I mean, if
I think there's plenty of buyers at 18.5, I think there's plenty of buyers at 18. I think there's plenty of buyers at 17.5. So, but will the downside pressure be enough to completely wreck it? I don't know. That I don't know. I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Randy, what do you think the movement of Bitcoin is going to look like in the next 24 hours? You think we're going to bounce? You think we might hang out here at 18,000? Do you think we might touch that new bottom?
Honestly, I think it's okay if we go down a little bit more. If you're looking in the macro 5 to 10 years, it's not going to matter if you bought at 17, 18, or 19. You're just going to be happy you have Bitcoin, right? So I'm bullish long term. Short term, anything could really happen here. I wouldn't expect 17K, but if it happened, I wouldn't be surprised. Be prepared for anything, friends.
Amen to that, and I completely agree. This is the order book depth over here. Bitcoin to USD spot trading. You see tons and tons of buy orders coming in at the $18,150 level, going all the way to the so around that range, 18,150 to 18,000 flat. Tons of buy orders coming in. Sell pressure seems to not completely go away, but at least the sell orders we have on the order books. And then just to kind of take a quick look at liquidations again, 100 million over the last hour, 310 million over the last 4 hours. Again, ETH leading the way. Close to 70,000 Ethereum has been liquidated. $87 million worth of Bitcoin, and then Solana followed by FTT and Doge. Let's take a look at some charts here. So FTT token, I got this. I'm going to swap over to the 5-minute chart. Let's see if this thing is still in a complete free fall. It is at $6. $6
What?
and
Whoa.
yeah, FTT token
Jeez.
$6.
Look at the volume.
Yeah, The volume
wild.
is ridiculous. Completely oversold
Wild.
on the stochastics. Yeah, if we.
Okay, so here's a little perspective here.
This is, I mean-
little outside the box here. You got Binance just lost $2 billion, but somebody in Los Angeles won $2 billion through the Powerball.
Wow.
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 Do you think they'll buy all the FTT tokens? From LADB?
They're going to save FTX's liquidity crisis.
So somebody in Los
Also,
Angeles.
today,
you think
like-
it was Shaq? You think
Guys,
Shaq won two?
We haven't even talked about today's midterm election day.
Good Lord. Oh, you know what? Go out and vote, everybody. Go out and vote. I know I was kind of throwing some shade on getting all those marketing calls, and I was not going to vote. But, I was just upset at the moment.
You're a
So
liar.
I'm going out and voting.
You're not going to vote.
I'm going to go vote. I'm registered. I'm going
Linus.
to vote. As soon as we end our show, I'm going to go vote.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
if you guys
looking
are in Utah, make sure to look at January Walker. I had her on my show last week. We were talking about how she's running. She's a congressional candidate in Utah, so watch out for her.
That's awesome. Do you think, and this is, of course, just your opinion, do you think we're going to see a flip in Congress? Do you think House and Senate's going to flip red?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, with the amount of rallying the Red has had. I'm not a political person at all, but I really wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised. We're seeing so many checks and balances going on here. I'm not political. I don't like to get political. I'm just for people that are blockchain forward and people that are running now. I'm noticing a lot more people are crypto forward. And the funny part is it's a bipartisan issue. So there's a lot of people that are red and blue that are very pro crypto. Even the girl January Walker I was just speaking about, she's running for Congress in Utah today, actually. And
Yeah.
she was saying that she's pro blockchain and she wants people to understand that. And she's neither Republican or Democrat. She's in a different party. So I thought that was very interesting as well.
Yeah, and we don't get political on the show here either, but what you got to understand is when the presidency is held by a certain political party and Congress is held by another one, especially if they're split, you see more calm in the markets because people know there's not going to be some crazy law that becomes passed and affects the
Yeah.
market in any way. And so we should see a little more stabilization if the House and or the Senate does flip from blue to red. Whatever side of the aisle you're on, we don't really care. We just care about crypto.
Also, we got Mr. Anderson NZ basically donates, was it $25 in New Zealand cash? I'm not exactly sure. But either way, whatever
cares?
currency that is, we
They're
appreciate it. What did he say? Binance, what was the...
Yeah, lie again.
Oh, okay. So he said Binance won't have to sell much to acquire FTX. Great show. Win Lambo. I am not a Lambo fan. I'm a Mercedes fan.
You know what, man? I just saw a tweet from Peter Schiff, okay?
Really?
Yeah. So what does Binance having to buy FTX to rescue it from bankruptcy tell you about the state of the crypto market? Major competitors emerge when industries are in decline. Adoption is over. The race to get out of Bitcoin is on. Who will be left to bail out Binance when it fails? Randy, are you okay if I curse? Are you okay if I curse?
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Listen,
Peter
this
Schiff.
is a free market, man.
Peter Schiff, fuck you.
This is
what do you
crazy.
say about the banks that were so over leveraged, were giving out bullshit loans and adjustable rate mortgages, got this entire country in a complete shitstorm, had to be bailed out by the central bank. They had to have a handout. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac got taken over by the government. They got subsidized and completely take over. And these banks, JP Morgan Chase came in, but so should everyone take money out of the banks? That's such BS, bro. Like people like Peter Schiff, like I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he's dumb, okay? Because I don't think you get to where you get his level being dumb. He's like what is this like? What is their deal, dude? I don't understand. Like, right? Am I out of line by saying that?
No. But I think Peter Schiff kind of trolls at this point. I think it's just a troll because his son, Spencer, I think his name is, loves Bitcoin. And they like beef on Twitter about it all the time. I just think he's trolling at this point. I think Peter Schiff knows his thing is kind of just fudding Bitcoin and it's a joke. I take it as a joke, at least. I think he really does like Bitcoin at the end of it. If you look on his website, I believe he does accept Bitcoin as payment.
Didn't when he was trying to sell his bank in I believe it was overseas, someone said I'll buy it in Bitcoin. He said sure.
Honestly, he was having banking problems recently too.
Yeah.
Was he not?
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, he's just trolling. Literally, don't take anything he says seriously. Listen to his son.
His son and I believe his granddaughter or his daughter. One of them is into NFTs as well. So.
Yeah, Spencer Schiff, his son, is into Bitcoin. I know for sure.
Yeah, Spencer, and then like I said, I believe a granddaughter or whatever. But yeah, guys, FTT token is currently sitting at $5 flat, continuing to descend.
What?
Yeah, and we'll kind of swap over
Stop.
here. So you guys yeah, this is the 5-minute chart. Just an absolute obliteration. If I go over to the 1 hour, you can see how ginormous these candles are. No end in sight.
Doesn't look like Terra.
Looks like Terra. Not trying to be funny here, guys, but this
It's toast.
literally looks like Terra. This thing is done. Alameda is done. Alameda research is done. If you hold any money in Polygon, Near Protocol, Solana,
man, Solana,
guys,
man, they were the number one investor in Solana. Alameda, let that sink in. Alameda Research is the number one investor of Solana, the biggest holder of Solana outside of the founders. What does that mean? And we're seeing the fall of Solana's price right now. Nothing to the level of the FTT token, but it is leading the pack when it comes to the top 40 altcoins. Top 40 altcoins. Solana is the biggest loser right now in the last 24 hours, down 26%.
Wow. Look at that like huge volume wick, like right. I can't see the time frame because like it's a little blurry on my screen. But that chart. Yeah, that's insane. Like that you see that huge red, and then even if you're looking at the RSI, it looks messy.
It does, and everything's completely oversold right now. But this, I guess a little bit of decent news, I guess, if we kind of stretch this a little bit, you do have a falling wedge here, which does typically break to the upside. But again, this is on the 5-minute chart. So if it breaks and, this thing rises or falls based off the width, you're looking at a 6% gain, which would put Solana in the short term. Again, guys, 5-minute, which would put Solana, if we do a 6% gain from the top here, looking at a $24.46 Solana.
Actually, Solana's the second biggest loser out of the top 100. It's down 27.5%.
Obviously, FTT being the biggest.
Yeah, FTT is the biggest, followed by Solana, number 2.
Whoa.
Is there more exit pumping coming? Possibly. Is FTT going to zero? Said Natty Vegan. I think so.
Yeah, it'll be at zero. It might not be at zero today, but this is done.
You guys got to think about. You guys got to think about it, right? I mean, if you don't understand charts, you don't understand whatever. It's fine. Think about it in terms of just common sense, supply and demand. We know who holds the majority of the supply. We know that obviously the demand is not there. Well, demand to buy is not there, and so. If 80% of the FTT tokens are held by one entity, who's dumping it?
And here's the poll. Will FTT be under $1 by the end of the day? 52% said yes, 27% said no, and 21% said, I don't care.
Yeah. You know what I want to do?
One thing I do want to say. Yesterday, we did an emergency live stream.
We might do it again
last
today.
night. Yeah. And in there, we had somebody in the chat. They said, hey, we watched your video. We did an afternoon video, like a dedicated video discussing the FTT and the Sam Bankman-Fried issue. He said, thank you for your content. I exited my FTT position at $20. He said this last night when
streaming.
Yeah, when we were streaming, I think at that time the price was at like $15.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so obviously we bailed that gentleman out significantly. Hopefully some other people caught our kind of vibe on FTT.
Are you
beating
shilling our channel right now?
Absolutely, man. We were beating the drum, bro. We were beating the drum, and you know what? We did it with Voyager. We didn't do it with Celsius. We didn't. That one kind of blindsided us. Same thing with Terra Luna.
But here's the thing too, though, guys. Is
actually no. I remember we were talking about Terra Luna depegging, and like a day or two before, you were like, "Guys, what are y'all doing?"
Yeah, and Forrest actually sounded the horn on the Celsius token Friday
on our show. Yeah,
before we went live. So what we're trying to say is watch our channel, but we're also trying to say is
watch Miss Teen Crypto's channel too.
Yes, I took the words out of my mouth.
Thank you.
There's a reason we continue to bring great guests on our show. We don't want our community members to be in this tunnel of just what me and Robin are saying. We want you guys to have different perspectives. We want you to take other people's opinions. Maybe they'll give you some perspective. Maybe you connect with a guest we bring on the show, because at the end of the day, the time we take, the money we invest in this channel is all for the community. We obviously enjoy doing it.
Other thing that our channel does very well, one thing that we get excited about is what Vegas is known for. David, you know what time it is. All right, so here in Vegas, we do a couple things pretty damn well. One is a live streaming cryptocurrency TV show. Two, we got nightclubs, strip clubs, and we like to party here in Vegas, and we like to celebrate new milestones here in studio. So when we reach new milestones,
doesn't even know what's coming. Do you want to even see if she wants to participate?
We crossed 700 viewers today. New all-time high for us. So we are going to celebrate, and when we do what Vegas does best, we have a Vegas party. We open up this damn club. Rocco! Open up the club, baby.
Here comes Robin Singh dancing. Turn the hat around. By the effing dip. Randy, let's see your dance moves go. All right, let's get back to
Yeah.
What's the threshold for the club these days? We have no freaking idea.
Yeah, 700 apparently for today.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
if
we
you-
like to have a lot of fun here.
If
okay?
you make it out to Las Vegas, you got to come hang out with us here.
Randy,
we
it is a must.
We cater in the studio.
We know hospitality.
Yes, that's what we do here.
Can we go to In-N-Out together?
Oh, 100%. Oh, you don't have it on the East
Yay!
Coast. Oh my God, dude, that'll be the first place we go.
No, I collect the T-shirts.
Bro, double
Whenever I go to
animal
an-
style,
yeah.
no tomatoes.
You know-
with barbecue sauce. Let's go.
Stop
just
it with the
kidding.
barbecue
Just
sauce.
kidding. No barbecue sauce.
No,
on
not
it.
the barbecue sauce.
JK,
Before that, you were
JK.
definitely speaking my language.
Don't kill me.
A
You know
double
what's funny?
double.
I
with
miss.
fries.
You know what you guys have out there that I miss? Wawa, the gas station. You guys
I don't
have
even
Wawa?
have in Jersey, not in the city.
Oh, okay,
I'm in New
well.
York, so I don't have Wawa, but I do like to tweak at Wawa.
That's what Robin says when he loses an argument to me. Wow, wow. So
Rocco, can I
like
get
you
a
guys.
sound effect?
no,
for
you
that?
can't. Don't, Rocco. Okay, so
Hey, let's go back to Bitcoin.
let's go back to Bitcoin. Yes.
Take a look at what's going on.
Let's take a look at what's going on. What Rocco said. So I want to ask you guys.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, we're about to go to 17, guys.
No way.
Yeah. 17.5 is
Wow.
incoming.
We'll go to noon today.
We'll go to whatever we need
Okay.
to. Yeah, we're officially under 18K. Bitcoin is tanking, but don't worry. There's a ton of support at the 17.5 local bottom. If I swap over to Bitcoin
17K.
17,000.
Yeah, we're at 17.
New bottom.
17. That is not a new bottom. 17.5 is the bottom.
I'm saying that we're
We're
hitting
gonna
a new
see
bottom
new
today.
Not
Okay.
sound anymore.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. Everyone
gonna
that
make a
said that they
montage.
were gonna sell, everyone that said they were gonna sell their pinky toes when Bitcoin when Bitcoin is at 69K. Now you
Where
have
you
time
at?
right now.
Where are you at?
Give us your pinky toes.
Give us your toes, all of them. We'll take them all, and we'll buy Bitcoin with it. All right, I'm going to swap over to a little bit of a larger time frame here. Let's go to the 30-minute, take a look at what Bitcoin is doing. Let's kind of look at the candles. So I also, Randy, I also like to do the Heikinashi candles. Kind of makes it look a lot cleaner. This is great for trend. Guys, this does not look like it is stopping anytime soon. If I show you an example, when you see a large movement, a trend towards one way, you do see large bodies, not big wicks. And then as the trend starts to slow down, you do see the bodies get smaller, and then bam, another trend. We haven't seen that yet. This next candle closes in about 28 minutes, but it looks like we have some ways to go. I'm going to swap over to the daily chart. Let's take a look at what kind of support and resistance we can see for Bitcoin. I mean, guys, this is a daily candle.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this. This candle, and I know we can see on the 24-hour, but I like to make things a little difficult. This candle is currently a negative 9% candle. If we count the wick, you're looking at a 17% drawdown for Bitcoin. This is per Bitstamp. Okay, per Bitstamp. Now, we know some of the exchanges have different ones, but looks like Bitcoin did officially cross over 19K. Wait,
All right. So some numbers here.
This can't be right.
Some numbers to throw at you here.
Hold on. Is this right?
Yeah, some numbers.
Bitstamp is not right. Go
So
ahead.
numbers to throw at you here. Bitcoin is 17,800, 17,700. This thing is falling. Ethereum at $1,200 right now. You have FTT token. I saw it as low as $3. Let me refresh. It was at $3. I don't think this one's refreshed yet. It was down to $4 a second ago as well. FTT token is absolutely crashing.
Oh, shit. New bottoms
We
in.
also have, what's up?
New bottoms in.
What's happening?
New bottoms in? We just bottom?
I think we did. I got to double check this real quick.
Yeah,
Guys, this is all happening live. We have no, we don't have, like, I didn't have any, like, patterns drawn, nothing. I'm just looking straight up.
Good God. The market is straight tanking right now. Holy dog crap. I mean, and Solana is down 30+% right now, $22 Solana. This is on free fall mode as well. Dogecoin down 30%. Massive liquidations across the board. You have the blood is everywhere. There's blood in the streets. This is crazy.
Do you think there's going to be a stable coin that collapses? Possible.
It's possible.
Stablecoin?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if they're leveraged or not leveraged, if they're backed by any crypto, right?
Yeah, like $3.33.
Guys, we're about to go under
Wow.
900
I have a
billion.
question for you. You guys think that CZ did us a favor doing this now and on in 6 months from now when all the numbers
Rocco, let's see that. Let's see that face.
Which face?
Let's see that. Let's see that. Let's see that Rocco. Hey, I like that Bitcoin
Rocco.
shirt.
Hi, how are you?
That's the Don of Las Vegas, Rocco Botticelli. That is what's saved under his phone. What do you guys think in the chat?
What was that question, Rocco?
The question is, you think that CZ did us a favor doing this now? With the FTX
Well,
and everything else.
I don't.
Sooner
Here's
or later,
the
right?
You know, there's a lot of analysts, a lot of experts, always saying kind of the same thing. Hey, you know, a shakeout is a good thing. Get rid of these crap projects, and you're not gonna get that until you get forced liquidations. You get basically you do a knockout punch to anybody that was hoping for this last rally on this, maybe the rise of altcoins again, or these small speculative assets, I think, are going to start going under one by one, especially if we trade for a significant period of time at under 18,000. Let's just say we settle in at 15.5 on Bitcoin. We trade there for a month, and maybe we touch this 14K or $12,000 range, and we're in the depths of the bear market for another year. Do you think that these speculative altcoins, the projects in the top 100 and out and beyond, outside the top 100, do you think they'll have the staying power? Because you got to remember
Kraken is down too.
Kraken's trading.
Yeah,
not surprised. Here's the thing: if you're trying to facilitate any kind of action right now. I mean, Bitcoin just bottomed, so don't expect to move anything. Everything is going to be stuck right now. So, David, what do you got?
So this kind of happened. So I believe this happened in the stock market where if it moves in one direction too fast, specifically down, they stop all trading, right? They let the markets gather themselves. They let people calm the hell down. So is this a good thing? Right?
I don't think they stopped. They're just. I know what you're saying.
That's what Robinhood did.
You're referencing.
That's what Robinhood did.
Yeah.
And I believe the New York Stock Exchange did the same thing. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they did. So is this a good thing, you guys? Like, obviously, some people are overreacting, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, we're going to zero. No, we're not going to zero, guys. Calm down. We are not going to zero. Crypto will survive. Bitcoin will survive. Sam Bankman-Fried might not, but crypto will.
Stop it.
Okay?
He'll be fine.
That's
He's
all
still
I'm
got
saying.
a lot of money, man.
What do you think, Randy? Do you think it could be a good thing that these exchanges right now are down and people can't? Because if everyone goes and withdraws money, there's going to be no crypto exchange left.
Yeah, I think honestly this is a good thing. Like I said before, I think we need to filter out the bad actors. We can't have mainstream adoption with this many issues. There's so many things that came to light during this bear market that needed to happen. We need to filter out these bad actors. We need to clear up this space in order for us to move forward. I think obviously in the short term, the price action hurts. It hurts our pockets. We don't like to look at our portfolios at this time. And honestly, don't look at your portfolios. Look back at your portfolio, especially Bitcoin, in 4 to 5 years from now, and don't worry about the day to day. If you can't handle the day to day, then maybe this industry is not for you.
True. Or set it and forget it, right? Get a hardware wallet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Put money you're willing to wait 5-10 years for, and just don't even look at it. Don't even look at it now. Us, unfortunately, we have to look at it because it's part of our jobs, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask a question, all right? So there's going to be a lot of discounts on altcoins, okay? Obviously, Bitcoin's at discount too, but some of these altcoins. So let's take a look at some of the biggest losers. And I want to get your guys' opinion. So, by the way, guys, FTT token is at $5, down 75%.
I think it hasn't even refreshed. It's in the number 60 on the CoinMarketCap list.
Never mind. It's under
$3.
It's under $4. Yeah. So, Randy, I'm going to ask you first. Okay, are you a buyer? Are you buying Solana at $22, or are you buying Algorand at 30 cents? They're both down 30%.
That's a hard one. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you at this point. There's just too many things going on. I between Algo and Solana, you really don't know what's going to happen. If anything, one big whale could come in right now. Don't forget that Solana had a lot of good things happening the past few days besides this, right? Google Cloud is now running Solana nodes.
Right.
You have Instagram that's also integrating Solana NFTs. So they have a lot of bullish news. Can Solana possibly bounce back from this? Maybe.
What are your thoughts? What are you doing, Robin? Solana $22, Algorand 30 cents.
I like Algorand. I think Algorand has more partnerships in the works when it comes to governments. And I think that is going to be the game changer. I think the next bull run, is going to be the integration of blockchain and government and nation states.
Guys,
I can't with your face.
Dude, because me and this guy, Robin, we're trying to I'm having a hard time. I want to get in the conversation. I'm also like, what's breaking? Everything's happening like on the fly. And so I decided to take a look at the liquidations, and oh my God.
And also, speaking of liquidations, do you think the Michael Saylor and MicroStrategies Holdings, I know he's been on record saying that his liquidation point would be as low as I think his liquidation points were as low as, I think he said 8,000 or 3,000, something along those lines. So I don't think that's in jeopardy, but it does bring up a good topic of conversation on institutions and their exposure to Bitcoin and leveraging debt and having a potential for margin calls when it comes to Bitcoin and how far this could slide down. Do you think that we're at a potential risk for a forced liquidation event that would maybe wick Bitcoin down to 12,000 within the next 48 hours? You think that's on the table?
Possible. But possible. I don't have anything else to add to it. But Look at this, guys. $208 million liquidated over the last 1 hour. $850 million over the last 24 hours. Over the last, and I'm going to swap over here. Over the last 24 hours, there has been $225 million worth of Bitcoin liquidated, $219 million worth of Ethereum, and $54 million worth of Solana. You can see total over the last 24 hours, you have 77% of liquidations obviously being longs. Binance coming in number one with 293 million in liquidations, followed by FTX at 180 million.
That's nuts, man. That's absolutely
It's messy.
That's messy.
Yeah.
Are you guys worried about Sailor getting margin call?
Here, actually, real quick, let's find out what the chat is thinking. All right, so chat, if you think that we will drop under 17K today, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that we hold support at over 17K, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know, what is the vibe right now? Are you fearful that we're going to be touching the $16,000 Bitcoin or even lower? Or do you think that we are going to hold steady at over 17K, over 17K to under 17K? Put a 1 in the chat. We already got 3 1s in the chat. Moby, Big D, and Brokyoshi, Cisco, Chemo, Cisco and New Crypto, all 1s. Chemo is a 2. Tons of 1s. Holy crap! You guys are thinking that we're gonna.
Look at
Good God, it's nothing but 1s. There's a
So
handful
one is-
to win.
What's
He put
1
a-
again?
He put a 2 in there.
What's 1?
1 is under 17K.
14K.
Oy.
14 in there.
Somebody put a 14.
Honestly,
That's what I'm
there-
saying. Raul said, I hope it goes down. I'll buy more. Amen, bro. Amen.
Jeez.
I'll buy
Yeah.
at 17. I'll
You
buy
know-
it. Go ahead.
You won't have to sell your pinky toes. But also, I've had people that are calling 3.5K Bitcoin as the bottom. So what if that
3.5K?
happens? Then we're all wrecked. Then we're all wrecked.
Bro, if that happens, there's going to be no
We're
more
eating
hashtag.
ramen.
Okay, let's throw some more numbers in here. Put a 3 in the chat if you think we'll be under 15,000, and put a 5 in the chat if you think we'll over 15,000.
Too many numbers, bro.
What
3
do
and
you
5.
guys
3 and
think about? What do you guys think about people that are calling 10K Bitcoin?
Well, here's the thing. Look, I've said on this show for months, I think the bottom is in. Obviously, guys, when something like FTX happens, right? Do I think the bottom is in? No.
A lot of 3s too.
Well, yeah.
Wait for the next week, for the next month.
Yeah.
There's
Or
5s.
from the
You,
feds.
we have a lot of things happening too, guys, right? We have this FTX thing happening. We have the midterm elections. We have the inflation numbers coming out. We have the next FOMC meeting, which, by the way, we are doing an extremely special coverage of the FOMC meeting on December 14th. We're bringing in a couple high-profile guests. We're doing like an all-around coverage. You're going to get info on Sin City Crypto that you're not going to get anywhere else on the FOMC and what it means going into 2023. So
Can we bring in red, white, and blue balloons?
I don't know.
You should get patriotic with it. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, patriotic as a dollar crumbles.
Maybe I'll wear a suit and tie.
So this is something this is something a little interesting I want to share with you guys. So this is an article from Crypto Slate. BUSD supply dominance grows as USDT supply drops 4%. Binance USDZ best performing stablecoin among the top 3, as its supply dominance increased by 6% on the year to date metrics to 16%. Is Binance going to have too much power, right? Is it going to be a crypto monopoly, and is that good for the space, Robin?
I was discussing that earlier. I mean, be careful what you ask for, right? I mean,
What if people
here's
ask
the thing,
for?
like, I'm a fan of Binance. I'm a fan of CZ, but I also am a fan of open competition, a free market, and that basically drives innovation. Competition brings down prices, and it's good for everybody in the space. Now, what I hope now is that, hey, FTX goes to sleep. FTX goes bye-bye. But somebody else comes and fills the shoes. I that's what I'm hoping. Now, what I'm not hoping is that the people that fill the shoes is going to be traditional finance. I hope that JP Morgan Chase and BlackRock and Liberty Mutual and all of these players, I hope that they don't see an opportunity, and I hope that they're not the ones that fill the shoes. I hope that we get, maybe it's MEXC Global, maybe it's some of these exchanges that are big. They are they do have liquidity, they do have the trust of the users, and maybe they're going to be the ones that step up. Is there any front runners, Randy, that you think have a potential to be disruptive in the space when it comes to the market share in the exchange space? Is there a certain exchange that you're really vibing with?
Wow, there's a lot of really good exchanges out there that I've been looking at lately. The problem is I live in New York and I can't get any of these cool exchanges. Like I couldn't get FTX, which maybe was a savior in the end. I don't have access to Binance US. I don't have access to majority of the exchanges. So the only other one I could really think of that I have access to at least is Gemini, the Winklevoss twins. I think they have a cool platform. They have, a little debit card thing going on that's easy for people to spend their crypto, get crypto rewards. So I think that's another good outlet, another competitor out there. I don't think I see Gemini going anywhere. That you really haven't seen them in any good or bad news, which means they're doing pretty okay during this bear market. At least I hope so. So yeah, I do think that even, I was saying it before, we're still really early. There could be another exchange that comes out tomorrow that just blows everything out of the water. And then there's our competition again. Then we also have the rise of decentralized exchanges where people really want no KYC and they want to transact freely. We also have Bitcoin ATMs, which is another option for people that don't want to do KYC. So we also have the rise of Bitcoin ATMs, which might become more popular in the coming days.
Do you think that with the possible change in our government's party affiliation when it comes to dominance of right now as Democrats, seems as though that might flip at least in the Senate and maybe the House? Do you think that we might get more favorable legislation, is particularly in New York, when it comes to these licenses that are basically hampering growth and innovation, at least in your state? Do you think there's change coming?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not that political. On the other hand, I have hung out with the NYC mayor a few times, and I recently was with him at Gracie Mansion, that's where he lives, to talk about Bitcoin cryptocurrency amongst the younger people. The clip is on my YouTube channel and all of my social media, and if you listen to what he said right before I went on, he said, let's talk about Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain, and gaming. So he already knows what's going on. Even though New York has, like I said, been a little bit restrictive on the crypto end, we still have the mayor here that's very interested in crypto and interested in bringing this along. He has said it before that he wanted to make crypto like Miami. So I do think that there's a lot of potential here in New York. Again, we have a lot of the TradFi people here, traditional finance, Wall Street. It's right here, right outside my door is Wall Street. So we do have a lot of traditional finance people. You can't really necessarily come in swinging and disrupt it all without them losing their minds, right? You have to ease them in. I do think it's happening. Obviously, Bitcoin, crypto, it's inevitable. No matter who tries to stop it, it's going to happen.
Now, didn't the mayor also accept some of his salary in Bitcoin at one point? Yeah.
First 3 paychecks were in Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope.
And
guys,
I think a report came out recently also that he did acquire virtual currencies in 2021. I do have to go confirm that, though. I think that was an article that was put out recently. The day after, actually, I was there at Gracie Mansion.
That's so awesome. Okay, I want to show this just so you guys understand. Never believe what someone says, guys. Okay, this was SBF. This was SBF yesterday. A competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors. FTX is fine. Assets are fine. Less than 24 hours later, we get this news. Guys, that's what I'm saying. Don't believe in it. Custody your own crypto. If you're not comfortable, next step, I would recommend get a wallet like Trust Wallet, MetaMask Wallet, a desktop wallet like Exodus. And if you don't want to do that, then I guess use something like Coinbase. They're a publicly traded company. They're regulated as far as being a publicly traded company here in the U.S. But guys, the number one thing you can do to protect yourselves in crypto and to protect the crypto industry is to custody your own cryptocurrency. We like Ledger, we like Trezor, we like Arculus.
Sam Bankman-Fried saying everything is fine is awfully reminiscent to our tweet this morning. Yeah, this is fine. Yep, nothing to worry about here.
Yeah,
I love that meme. This is like my favorite meme.
Yeah, I can see.
I love that one.
There is one video. Let's see if I can give you the link.
Anyone have any questions in the chat? We plan on going for maybe another 5-10 minutes. So if you have any,
go till noon. So
yeah, so 5-10 minutes. So if you have any questions, about preferably what's going on now, if you want to share anything, like any issues you've had getting money off, if you've been successful getting money off,
yeah,
please feel free to share, and then we'll kind of do that. If you have any questions for Miss Team
and we
Crypto,
gotta put some questions in for Miss Team Crypto. Yeah, we'd love to see.
If I could throw something in really quick, I thought you made a really good point about not listening to what people say. Please stop listening to what people say. There are people all over the news, everywhere. Even J.P. Morgan, right, was flooding the market a few weeks ago saying crypto tokens lack value. Meanwhile, he's doing crypto transactions using Polygon. So please don't listen to anybody. Do your own research. Have your own convictions. Know why you're here and stack accordingly.
That's great. I can't disagree with any, even what we're saying, right? Take what we say, but also at the end of the day, do your own research, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't listen to anyone but yourself.
Exactly. Never trust anyone's research but your own. You can, use other people's perspectives and opinions, but at the end of the day, it's your decision only. So, Dirty Bubble Media, and I'm gonna share my laptop here. Dirty Bubble Media, which is the media company that outed Celsius before it happened. They kind of outed SBF FTX. Said. He retweeted this. Sam Bankman-Fried was canvassing deep pockets in Silicon Valley and Wall Street. So this is in the hours before securing an emergency lifeline from rival Binance. Crypto exchange FTX was canvassing deep pockets in Silicon Valley and Wall Street. Think billionaires and not institutions. People familiar with the effort said. One of the people said FTX's founder SBF was seeking more than $1 billion, but by midday Tuesday, the hole looked to be significantly deeper. There you go.
Oy.
Yeah. What are you pulling up here? Oh, there's a new coin, SBF coin. Of course there is. Why would there not be?
SBFcoin.org.
Yeah.
There's going to be CZ Inu next.
CZ new.
CZ.
Yes.
That's a good one. Let's see. Let's see if we have any questions. Thanks for the love, guys. That was Miss Team Crypto. Why do you think Coinbase isn't allowing trade? Guys, their exchange is probably being completely bombarded, right? They don't have the infrastructure, I'm assuming, to handle the volume that they're seeing. So that's probably what it is. I'm not an insider. I don't know exactly what it is, but outside looking in with everything going on, that would be my number one go-to answer to that question. What other questions did we have, Rocco? We got any good ones? Or I don't know what Robin's doing over here.
I'm getting some names together here. Real quick, just gonna give a couple of shout outs. If you can't get to everybody, but just want to give some love to the new people in the chat. Some new people in the chat. We got Manny John's Barbecue, Mark Garza, Primo, Kelly Boy, Jeff Miller, Juan Carmillo, Kai Effect, Mike Bennett, Roger at Aquarium, Double Ot, Buck Prep. Number one hater in America. I cup my farts. 69 snitch time. Same key. DMTD. There you go. So
That was nice.
there you go. You gotta love the creativity of people's profile names.
That's funny.
Okay, so which now, if you want to use any exchange, which one do you think people are kind of concerned? I was reading earlier. That's if now is a KuCoin safe or should I use something else?
I
people
think
are kind of concerned about it.
The space is safe. The space is safe. You guys just know
Wait,
with
what?
volatility come.
What do you mean the
system
space
breaks.
is safe?
No, I'm talking about all the exchanges.
Hold on, you're gonna say all the exchanges are safe?
I'm not talking about custodying. I'm talking about like if you're just trying to transact, if you're trying to move your assets around, you're trying to acquire more, you're trying to buy the dip, you're trying to DCA, you're trying to withdraw tokens from say Coinbase, you're fine. If it doesn't work as smoothly as normal, this is to be expected with times of high volume that we're having right now. So
I would use a DEX.
even DEX.
That's what I've been saying for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Or wait, someone said
Bitcoin ATMs for small purchases.
I know, right? That's be a good on and off ramp. So I'm just I want to take a look at crypto Twitter. Rocco, if you find any good questions on there, we're getting ready to wrap this thing up here in a couple minutes. But Kraken is having some issues. Coinbase is having some issues. If we kind of take a look over here at the crypto markets, we'll see what has happened over the last 5 to 10 minutes since the last time we checked. We are at 909 billion in overall market cap. Bitcoin is up though to 18,400 or 18,388. Cardano 36 cents. Polygon Matic back over $1. Look to see here's what I do as a trader. I look to see what coins bounce back the fastest, right? So we're seeing Bitcoin bounce back. We're seeing Polygon Matic get above $1.04 again, which tells me there was a lot of buying pressure behind it until this call it a black swan event happened. Seems like there's a lot of these black swan events recently. FTT token. By the way, this is the issue when there's a lot of volatility, guys, is on TradingView. Unless it's procured by TradingView, you're going to get different values for the amount. But we're going to take a look on CoinMarketCap, what FTT token, where it is at. Hopefully, no one watching here has any money in FTT token. You're able to pull it out. We are sitting at, looks like $4.27, $4.64. So I is seeing a little bit of a rebound, but who the hell is buying?
I have a request. You ready? I have a request from our chat. We have over 700 people here. All I need is 1/3 of you to go to Miss Teen Crypto's page and subscribe. We need to get her over 7K. Let's get her over 7K today. Go over there, subscribe, show the love. And
also, get us over 7K too.
yeah. We'll worry about ourselves first. We take care of other people first. It's all about our hospitality here. So tomorrow, we need to check this and be over 7,000. Yeah, so there you go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do work very hard on my content. I care a lot. And you guys will definitely feel the zest once you enter the channel and become a member of the Zesty fam. Yeah.
I do like a lot of lemon zest on my chicken, so that's pretty good.
Do you like the zesty ranch, like the creamy sauce?
About chicken, okay?
Shut up, Rocco.
You know, I've been trying to talk to KFC about their new zesty buffalo ranch sauce. Told them we should do a zesty meal. We'll see what happens.
Chick-fil-A has good buffalo sauce too. Someone said KuCoin halting withdrawals. Someone said KuCoin halting withdrawals.
Yeah, I wouldn't put much into it, honestly. Just nothing's gonna work. Just expect everything to be broken for the next, say, 12 hours or so. The exchanges will be fine. Calm down. Except for FTX.
Can you check what is library price?
Don't say the exchange will be fine. Calm down. Don't say that.
Out of curiosity.
If you can, get your money off of exchanges.
Yeah.
What was your question, Rocco?
Check the library price just out of curiosity. Yes,
Who cares? They lost their thing. They're irrelevant.
Money in library, they would care.
Well, who the hell has money in library?
This was a number 700 on the CoinMarketCap list. So yeah, there's not. There's nothing left to this.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about library.
Yeah, but the case was very important, I felt.
Yes, I mean the token. Like, we care about what happened, but the token, I mean, I can't think of.
The project was good. You know, it was a decentralized YouTube. That's where they were trying to aim to.
So Theta was good.
A lot of parallels to Theta. What's concerning to me is that they did not have an ICO sale, and they still got deemed secure. Their token got deemed as a security. So that right there is, I think, the biggest problem that I see is that, hey, if they were deemed a security and they didn't even have an initial coin offering, that a lot of people, the whole XRP and Ripple court case, it's all around their token sale. That's the whole court case is on that. And so if you deem a token a security and you didn't even have an ICO, how far-reaching is the SEC going to be with other projects? pretty worrisome, man. Obviously, library couldn't really defend themselves because they're such a small project. Only $11 million in fundraising for their when they originally launched. So
We have some decent rebound price action on Bitcoin. So I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. So
okay. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up, right?
here it is. Hold on.
No.
Here it is. So
What do you got?
5-minute chart Bitcoin. We're following this downtrending trend line here. We did break above it, kind of touched it back again, and so hopefully this will be the local bottom, at least for the day, 18,000. We did wick all the way down to $17,157, which is a new cycle low for Bitcoin. No longer 17.5, so 17.1 is the new low, is the bottom in. Let us know, or do we have more pain to come?
All right.
And that'll do it.
If we get more disruptive news, more shakeup in the market, if we get more uncertainty and things to come, we might do another live stream tonight. Just if there's things to cover, we probably will.
Guys, go.
If not, we'll check it out tomorrow.
Go follow us on Twitter. We are active on a bunch of social media networks, but Twitter is the one we're most active on. This is our Twitter handle at Sin City Crypto 1. So go do that. Also, go follow Miss Teen Crypto on it's at missteencrypto.com. Go follow her as well. She's got 62,000 followers. So 20x on ours. But we're growing all the social medias. Also, if you want to support the channel, the link to everything is in this video. The link to Miss Teen Crypto's YouTube channel is in this video. Go check it out. We will be coming out with a afternoon video here shortly. And get your notifications on. Subscribe to Sin City Crypto. Subscribe to Miss Teen Crypto.
So all the new people, over 700 people watched today's stream. Man, thank you so much for the love. We've been grinding, building this show for over a year now. We're pretty new in the game, and I don't know what's happening here, but thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, everybody. Come back tomorrow. We might stream tonight. Go check out Miss Teen Crypto, and we'll open up the club tomorrow. What's our club limit tomorrow?
Club limit? We don't know yet. But Rocco?
300?
Who knows? Rocco?
What?
My finger tornado. Friends, family, friends of family, and family friends, we thank you so much for joining us on this very special Tuesday of Sin City Crypto Live. Big shout out and huge thank you to Randy, Miss Teen Crypto, for joining us for over 2 hours. Absolute legend. Go support her. Go support our guests who come on this channel. On behalf of myself, Robin, Rocco, Miss Teen Crypto, we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you tonight or tomorrow. Until then, peace.
That was a good show.
Airplane mode is on. About to go talk to your friend's mom. I'm about to rap. Oh, snaps. What's the
Rocco,
happening?
mute his
oh,
mic,
crap.
please.
Don't
Rocco.
mute my mic. I'm
Mute
about to
his
go
mic
call my
right
wife.
now.
What's up, girl?
Been mute for the past 5 minutes.
Oh, he's muted? Oh, thank God. Yes. Yes. Oh, he was
Oh, so
muting
no
me
one
right
can hear
now.
us right now?
I'm spitting straight fire over here, bro. And you're muting me? You're fired.
Be muted.
All right, Rocco. That was a good rhyme, bro.
Bye, Randy. Thank you. You take care.
Bye. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys soon. It was really great hanging out with you.
Oh, we definitely want to bring you on again. Thank you so much. We loved having you on. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon. Keep me updated. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much. 100%. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.